Try just refreshing the page.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Hey.
We're live from the arena tonight here on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network, presented by the good folks at Martin's Peterbilt. This is the Chase Carson, candidate for for London City Council. He's sponsoring the pregame and postgame show. And with us tonight, so Mr. Steve Black. Steve, it's always great to get together for another year, and the girls are hitting the hardwood floor tonight, and it's going to be an exciting night of basketball.
About 10 minutes away from the pregame festivities in regards to intros and things like that. Next version of the 13th Region Basketball Tournament. Girls are on the stage tonight and tomorrow night. And first, Knox champion runs up. He'll die a Mountain Dew for that. So, Central comes in, Ronnie, ranked third in the EJ RPI-wise, leave on the season 23 and 5, 12 in the region. So I think for Orange Crits, seeing what we can do here, Ronnie lost 6 seniors from last year's squad, including Hallie Collins, who matriculated over to U-Pike, but he has done it with the likes of Shelby Mills and Mackenzie Henson and a freshman and sophomores as well. We'll talk about more later on tonight. So I'll look to see what we do here into the second round. He's taking on a team that upset Harlan County in the 52nd district and took Bell County to the limit, only losing by 4 the other night. So, Coach Adams and her squad, I got to see him play back in December against Bell County. And Bell County having in that time, back December, they have work. And who knows, they could surprise somebody here in the tournament with another big upset. We'll know for sure here in the next 2 months.
Yeah, so it's going to be Knox Panther and the delegates from Middlesboro. Game 1 and Game 2 tonight. The nightcast. Going to be a game as well, Steve. Play 4 quarters because you never know exactly how that it's going to end. So it's going to be a great game tonight. We're going to take a commercial break.
Hey basketball fans, this is Coach T, Walter T. Hewlett, candidate for Laurel County Judge Executive. With 43 years in education and coaching, I know how to build a championship team, and I'm ready to work for you. I'm bringing community leaders, business owners, and government together to build a stronger Laurel County and a stronger Southern Kentucky. This isn't my campaign, it's our campaign. On Election Day, vote Coach T, number 1 on the ballot for Laurel County Judge Executive. It's tea time.
Paid for by Walter T. Hewlett for Laurel County Judge Executive.
come.
Whether you are buying or selling, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty would love to help you get your property sold or help you find your next dream home, farm, or investment property. No matter how big or small, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty will help make the process smooth and enjoyable for you. Feel free to contact Jesse Sizemore anytime at 606-309-9898. Jesse Sizemore, Century 21 Advantage Realty.
Hello, my name is Chance McPeak, and I'm running for Magistrate of District Number 5. I've spent more than 20 years serving our community as a proven volunteer, problem solver, and hands-on leader. I believe leadership means being proactive, seeing issues before they become problems, and planning for the future with a clear vision and common sense mentality. I'm open-minded, reliable, and committed to making decisions that put our families, our safety, and our growth first. This is my home where I raised my 3 children with my wife, Katie, and we are ready to work every day to move District 5 forward together. Please consider voting McPeak for Magistrate in May of 2026. Thank you. This has been paid for by Chance McPeak.
L4 Security, presented by Martin's Peterbilt tonight. We appreciate Mr. Chase Carson. He is a sponsor tonight of the pregame show. It's been a great pregame show so far, Steve Black, and we appreciate tonight that we've got some opportunities to cover these ladies, and the girls will be Monday, Tuesday, the boys Wednesday, Thursday. It's going to be a great week getting ready for everything. And Steve Black, all these years you've been around and been watching. When it gets this year, you get to see so many people that a lot of times we don't see them except around this time.
I always say this is a media affair. You've got people that radio with different people, photographers as well, and so it's like earlier. I was seeing people I hadn't seen in a long time. It's great for me. I mean, I take a off from work and to be around here and not have to worry about anything else. And so, one, I love having a job that afford that for me. But two, it's just it's a way to kind of keep young. I'm not a spring chicken anymore, but it's just fun to be around. And I guess because I never played it, Ronnie, I just had to be contacted with it in some way, shape, or form. Right?
Well, and we appreciate the sponsors of the tournament. We've got some great people. We've got awards at the end of the defensive game will be sponsored by Daisy's Dream Destinations, and that's our good friend Simbri Crisologo. Let her play in your next vacation for you. Simbri, a wonderful job. The offensive player of the game will be sponsored by Serve Pro, who proudly serve Pulaski and Laurel counties. Your pregame show tonight's brought to you by London City Council candidate Chase Carson. Asking you for him the May primary, and then we'll have a valuable player, not that they are voting on, but that we vote on, and that will be brought to you by the good folks in London at the Vita 302. So we'll have an MVP, an offensive player of the game, and defensive player of the game. And it's going to be a great. And of course, Middlesboro on one side, Steve Black, Knox Central on the other, and it's loud and proud.
Well, you mentioned that the cheer programs running. None of the sports teams, 13th region that are headed to the program, 13th region are very competitive and do very well too. Not only on the state stage, but also national level. Weeks ago, and a number of schools with the 13th region, some hardware. So I just here in the state of Kentucky, and so this is serious business, and they do a really good job in what they do.
Yeah, they really do, and they're well. And we can see that Middlesboro has went on back to the locker room. Knox Central still shooting around. Coach Steve Warren making his way to half court, trying to get his game plan ready to play Middlesboro. Of course, it's going to be a great night of basketball here on the L4 13th Region Media Network. We appreciate everyone that's listening here on the Chase Carson pregame show at halftime. And then after the game, we'll have some student athletes that will be on here that we'll interview. We'll talk to the winner of the game's coach, and we'll be able to give you some great action. Be back right after the
Let me introduce you to London City Council candidate Chase Carson. He was born and raised in Laurel County, graduated from South Laurel, and went on to Eastern Kentucky University, where he earned his bachelor's and his master's degree. And then he came home to give back to the community in which he loves. He's a community leader who's focused on respect and transparent local government. He believes the residents deserve accountability and professionalism from its elected officials. Would you please consider voting for Chase Carson for your next London City Council member?
And so it's a good opportunity for them, especially for those students that are going to be doing this week, to get kind of a bigger game atmosphere when it comes to, a regional tournament. Some of these people may want to do this as a...
Yeah, we're here live from the arena. Ronnie Smith with Steve. We're getting ready for game one. Knox Central Lady Panthers and the Middlesboro Lady Jackets. Slack will be the halftime show. The pre-game show and the post-game brought to you by Chase Carson. One of your next in London, so it's going to be interesting. And that's all we're going to say about that.
Sounds good.
This young man's
I'm
going to do
talking basketball now.
That's it. That's the most important thing to talk about here.
There you go.
But people are piling in a little bit. Come on up to the arena here. We're at the top of the hill, and it's plenty of seats left. And South Laurel being here next game, there'll be more people getting in for that. You can see Les Dixon standing next to us. Les is not only our boss here on the media network, but Steve, he's got a big job that he takes care of here, getting everybody on press row.
Him and Danny Green are kind of doing things media-wise and kind of making sure that things are and stuff. So, yeah, definitely a big undertaking. Sometimes it's a
For Security 13th Region Media Network. That's presented by the good folks at Martin's Peterbilt here on the Chase Carson.
Let me introduce you to London City Council candidate Chase Carson. He was born and raised in Laurel County, graduated from South Laurel, and went on to Eastern Kentucky University, where he earned his bachelor's and his master's degree. And then he came home to give back to the community in which he loves. He's a community leader who's focused on respect and transparent local government. He believes the residents deserve accountability and professionalism from its elected officials. Would you please consider voting for Chase Carson for your next London City Council member?
Hello, my name is Chance McPeak, and I'm running for Magistrate of District Number 5. I've spent more than 20 years serving our community as a proven volunteer, problem solver, and hands-on leader. I believe leadership means being proactive, seeing issues before they become problems, and planning for the future with a clear vision and common sense mentality. I'm open-minded, reliable, and committed to making decisions that put our families, our safety, and our growth first. This is my home where I raised my 3 children with my wife, Katie, and we are ready to work every day to move District 5 forward together. Please consider voting McPeak for Magistrate in May of 2026. Thank you. This has been paid for by Chance McPeak.
Whether you are buying or selling, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty would love to help you get your property sold or help you find your next dream home, farm, or investment property, no matter how big or small. Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty will help make the process smooth and enjoyable for you. Feel free to contact Jesse Sizemore anytime at 606-309-9898. Jesse Sizemore, Century 21 Advantage Realty.
Hey basketball fans, this is Coach T, Walter T. Hewlett, candidate for Laurel County Judge Executive. With 43 years in education and coaching, I know how to build a championship team, and I'm ready to work for you. I'm bringing community leaders, business owners, and government together to build a stronger Laurel County and a stronger Southern Kentucky. This isn't my campaign, it's our campaign. On Election Day, vote Coach T, number 1 on the ballot for Laurel County Judge Executive. It's tea time.
Paid for by Walter T. Hewlett for Laurel County Judge Executive.
Runner-up, the Middlesboro Lady Jackets.
We're back here on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network. That'll do it for the Chase Carson pregame show. Here, sponsored by Martin's Peterbilt. We'll turn it over for the starting lineups and the play-by-play to our good friend, Steve Black.
All right, you're looking at the scoreboard here at the arena. And so go ahead and move that. There you go. Just leave it right there, Ronnie. We're good to go. So the guest on the scoreboard, that'll be Middlesboro. They are the guest here this evening. The home team on tonight's contest will be Knox Central. So again, guest Middlesboro, home Knox Central. They're doing the starting lineups for Middlesboro right now. Coach Sally Adams, as they come in 14-12 on the season, 8-11 in region, 3-6 in the 52nd district. They are the 52nd district runner-ups. Starting tonight, junior 00 Martin at senior number 11, Edison Root. Miley Roberts, sophomore, and a sophomore, junior 4, Trinity for the Knox Central Panthers, the 51st district champions, and Steve Warren coming in at 23-5 on the season, 12-2 in region, 5-0 in the district. No problem sweeping second district last pair of Lane Camp and Barlow starters tonight. One of the top players in the region, junior Shelby Mills, getting the start, and Kaylin Smith, sophomore, number 21. And then a couple of freshmen, Ronnie. Shelby Smith, number 22. And Kylie Smith, the number 31. And then that followed by junior defensive specialist Mackenzie Hensley, number 33. The thing about Knox Central, Ronnie, is like a full house. I got 3 Smiths and 2 Shelbys. How's that? And I don't think any of them are related. I don't know.
Yeah, that's amazing. Of course, Middlesboro wearing those black uniforms trimmed in, and Knox Central, the home team, wearing white. And they are the higher seed. It's a great time to get going here, Steve Black.
Ronnie, I'm going to try not to be biased here. I am a graduate of Middlesboro.
I did not know that.
I'm a graduate of Middlesboro in 1986. Go Big Go. MHS is the best, but also did a lot of work for Knox Central as well. And I know a lot of people at Knox Central. So I'm just going to call the game. How's that?
That'll help keep everybody out of trouble.
There you go.
These officials, what region are they out of?
I do not know. Normally again, in the past, usually from the 14th, kind of neighboring. But we'll see as we go along. Things get started. Tip goes to Knox Central and Mackenzie Hensley. She will run the point, gets it over to Shelby Mills. Worked out. Mills for three. No,
and a little bit of jitter. They're a little bit nervous being the first game of the tournament, but they'll settle in here and be ready to play in just a moment.
Also, you're dealing with depth perception, right? You're used to your home court. You're used to the basketball courts around the region. Everybody on the same playing length here, right? It's at the arena. Depth perception really kind of messes with people. That shot missed by Lambert as the Panthers strike first.
She didn't even stop, didn't hesitate, took it right to the hole, found a crease.
Shot up, no good, and we whistle on the floor. I think we're going to get a foul. Kaylin Smith, her first. Team first. Now, everybody should know this by now. 5 team fouls for each quarter. Middlesboro with the turnover off the inbound pass. Knox Central with the basketball. 6:48, and you can see on the screen 2-0 early.
It's like a 2-3 zone by Middlesboro.
Good rebound goes to number 4, DeRosa. And here come the Jackets. They swing it around back to Lambert. Now over to from behind the arc, back to Roberts. She's over on the left side. Long three from Lambert. No good. Kaylin Smith with the rebound. Kicks it back out to Hensley.
Sure. Okay, we're good.
Shelby Mills from the corner three, no good. Lambert, and immediately goes out of bounds. It will stay with Middlesboro.
We see what we've seen every year, Steve, is they have the NBA or international three-point instinct to what the high school is. They're farther back, and they're barely drawing rim.
Yeah. So I kind of get used to that. Again, all the teams had one practice over the weekend to kind of get acclimated to that. We'll see how they adjust as it goes on. Middlesboro with the basketball, still 2-0, as you can see on our video screen. Long three, it is way short. That's from Millie Robert. Go over to Knox Central.
Yeah, Middlesboro trying to move it around, can't get it inside. Just tough defense by the Panthers.
Hensley across the block. Kaylin Smith, she goes to her right. It up, no good. The rebound over to Roberts. Here comes the young as she was fouled.
A little bit more at that time, Steve. She went to the hole instead of settling the long point.
Hensley will get the foul. Her first. Put 0 more on the line than the first period. Second shot from Martin. It rims out. And here come the Panthers. So Hensley going to run the point. Ashley does. It's an open. Shot up, no good. Rebound by Kaylin Smith.
One thing you can say about Middlesboro, they're not intimidated. They're playing hard, Steve.
And especially last week, Ronnie. I mean, again, the big win with Harlan County and taking Bell to the limit. No, they're not afraid of it. Kaylin Smith goes up, no good. Rebound to Middlesboro, and that was a rebound. Jackets in transition. Now slow things up. Around the corner, long three. It's good.
3-point basket. LaRue.
Give it to. Let's see if I can find her on it. There we go. Addison LaRue with the three. Excuse me. And guess what? Middlesboro on top. Shelby Mills, long three, in and out, no good. Kaylin Smith, she'll on rebound. She'll try. Oh, she almost had it again. It goes out of bounds, and it'll go to Middlesboro.
Wow, Middlesboro got a little bit of momentum here. We're going to have an under 4-minute timeout, Steve, because of the media. So they'll give us a chance to take a 30.
Sounds good. So, again, as you can see, 3:39 to the first. So we'll just keep right here. Again, we're at the mercy of them. So you got to be patient. Anything in a program like, right?
You and I, okay. Some people may not be, but you and I will.
So, if you're having a playing that are taking part as we went on this timeout run.
Hey, basketball fans, this is Coach T, Walter T. Hewlett, candidate for Laurel County Judge Executive. With 43 years in education and coaching, I know how to build a championship team, and I'm ready to work for you. I'm bringing community leaders, business owners, and government together to build a stronger Laurel County and a stronger Southern Kentucky. This isn't my campaign, it's our campaign. On Election Day, vote Coach T, number 1 on the ballot for Laurel County Judge Executive. It's tea time.
Paid for by Walter T. Hewlett for Laurel County Judge Executive.
Back here in Arena, Corbin, Kentucky, 4-2, Middlesboro on top. Now we got a little over 3 minutes here in the first quarter. Steve Black, Ronnie Smith bringing in action here on the L4 13th Region Media Network. Turnover from Middlesboro, gets the ball back to Knox Central. Ronnie, what are you seeing so far? Again, it's not a lot of shots going down between these two squads.
It's a pretty good defensive battle so far. You think the bigs for Knox Central will be able to eventually prevail.
Hensley drive baseline. Hensley middle for 4, as Hensley has all 4 of the Panther points.
He drives to the hole. She's hard to deal with.
Amber, top of the key. Now with DeRosset. DeRosset double team. Kicks it. Panthers in transition. And Hensley was going to try to take it up coast to coast. Gets it knocked from behind. It'll stay. Finds Hensley. Drive to the basket. No good. Kaylin Smith rebound. That is no good. Rebound over to LaRue. LaRue up and in. No, that actually did not go in. That was from 32 land. So Panthers with the basketball. We get an over and back call. And that will go over to Middlesboro. Timeout on the court. That's going to be a timeout on the floor. 2:09 to go here in the first. We are square 4 from the arena here in Corbin, Kentucky.
Middlesboro's got to feel pretty good right here, Steve Black. Tied at 4, only 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. They've been able to hold their own. You'd think on paper, Knox Central will probably be a 15-point favorite, I would think, maybe even more on paper. But Middlesboro's held ground.
Yeah, definitely held their ground. Now, I had a chance to see this Knox Central team a couple of weeks ago, and they had their struggles against Clay County, one of the teams that we will see later on this evening. And so there's, they kind of have to power through this, and we'll see what they do in the final 2 minutes here of the first quarter. Clay County with the basketball. Martin over to Roberts. Top of the key to DeRosset and throws it away. Goes through the hands of Emily Lambert. And it'll go back to Knox Central. Think about these cords here, these headset cords. My big feet get in the way, and every time I start pulling, I'm like, I'm almost ready. Knocks me down to the table. Knox Central with the basketball. Skip pass over to Hensley. She takes the three off the mark. Long rebound goes to Knox Central. Mills, long three. It's no good. And I think they're going to get a foul, loose ball on Hensley. And if that's the case, that is her second.
Both three-pointers they shot there, Steve Black, were from behind the NBA line.
Yep.
And that's just one thing you think the coaches, I'm pretty sure, would be aware of that they've got to pound that in these kids' head to step inside and get closer, because for some, they're just a little bit out of the range. Now, Shelby Mills, she could hit them from half court if she wanted to.
Substitution into the game, 8th grader Karis Frederick for Knox Central. And I think we have a substitution as well for Middlesboro. We'll check that out here in a moment. And also, we're kind of at the mercy of numbers and things. So hopefully we got the right numbers in that regard. But Lily Parton, sophomore, number 10, into the contest for Middlesboro.
Another turnover for Middlesboro.
And there's a three from Shelby Mills. Finally knocks one down. And it makes it 7-4. Kaylee Gambrell Garrison also in the game for Knox Central, number 5. So a couple of substitutions there for the Panthers.
Trapped in the corner.
And we get a jump ball situation. It'll stay with Middlesboro on the ultimate possession. So, it was just a matter of time, Ronnie, for Shelby Mills to finally, get her a three. Shelby Smith back into the game will replace Hensley. So Hensley on the bench now with those 2 early fouls. But Panthers will probably go about 7 deep. Middlesboro probably more about 6 as well. So we may not see a lot of substitutions within deeper than that, Ronnie, on both sides. Long three, no good. Right there for the rebound. Up and in is Addison LaRue. And she's got 5 points on the night, 7-6 Knox Central.
Right place, right time. Hit the side of the backboard. She was standing right there and put it home.
Still attempt, no good. Garrison with the shot, no good, but she'll go to the line. We'll see who that foul is on. I believe it's on 00, Morgan Martin. Her first, team first.
Garrison went to the left side that time, Steve. She's left-handed, evidently, or she shoots good from the left. Yeah, she's left-handed. Shooting her free throws, that was definitely an advantage for her.
And first shot up, no good. See, free throws will be another thing, Ronnie, with that depth perception, right? Because you don't really, on this side of the court, like where you're facing, the entry here, where all the auxiliary is, there's no stands behind that. So that's kind of difficult as well. Frederick gets the steal, and Middlesboro almost gets it back. Knocked out of bounds by Roberts. It'll stay with Knox Central.
Unforced turnovers driving Coach Adams crazy over there.
That will drive a coach crazy. You're definitely right, Ronnie. Those unforced errors. Kylie Smith, she gets a 2 from the corner, the freshman. And now 10-6. Last shot of the quarter, it's no good. After 1 period of play, Knox Central 10, Middlesboro
Whether
6.
you are buying or selling, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty would love to help you get your property sold or help you find your next dream home, farm, or investment property. No matter how big or small, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty will help make the process smooth and enjoyable for you. Feel free to contact Jesse Sizemore anytime at 606-309-9898. Jesse Sizemore, Century 21 Advantage Realty.
All right, back at the arena, Corbin, Kentucky. 10-6, Knox Central leads after 1. Ronnie Smith, first quarter impressions.
Well, little jitters there at the beginning. Some nice shots. Hensley driving to the hole. Shelby Mills starting to get hot at the end of the quarter. That's not good news for Middlesboro. Middlesboro just needs to take care of the ball. They had at least four turnovers there in the first quarter. Right off the top of my head, they need to calm down a little bit. They're in this game.
Definitely in this game. Now, I know Coach Warren he will employ his team to ramp it up defensively. He's big, a defensive, type coach, because his defense kind of leads into his offense because he likes to transition off of those turnovers. We'll see what happens here in the second period, see whose adjustments work out, as Knox Central will start the quarter with the basketball. Now, Hensley's still on the bench with those 2 fouls, so there'll be point guard by committee. Frederick with it, kicks it over to Kylie Smith, loses the handle. Another unforced error, this time on Knox Central.
Well, that's one thing people have to know about Knox Central with all those seniors last year. They're a very young team.
Yes, they are. They have no seniors on this squad, and they are also, playing without one of their top players, Maggie Gibson, who got injured in the Mountain Classic back in December and is out for the season. Shelby Mills drives in, and it will fall for her. 5 points on the night, 12-6. So Knox Central getting a little bit of separation here early in the second quarter.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a danger zone for Middlesboro. You don't want to get too far behind too quick. But I'm telling you, Knox Central is being very aggressive on defense.
And again, Coach Warren, I know that was all him saying you got to step it up, and you could see that change of intensity here early in the quarter. Nice pass down into Addison LaRue for the bucket. And LaRue, I've got her down for 7 points. The bright spot for Middlesboro.
Nice pass there by 00 to get it down. Nice bounce pass across the lane. It looked nice.
Good vision there on that pass. Shelby Mills 3. She's starting to fill it, Ronnie.
You can't leave her that open. She literally had time to sit there and pump for a minute. I don't know. Somebody missed an assignment.
Shot no good. Rebound by Kylie Smith, and here come the Panthers.
1 on 5.
Oh, gosh, and it's good from Shelby Mills, and we're going to get a timeout on the court. So, again, we're going to try to play a commercial.
Hello, my name is Chance McPeak, and I'm running for Magistrate of District Number 5. I've spent more than 20 years serving our community as a proven volunteer, problem solver, and hands-on leader. I believe leadership means being proactive, seeing issues before they become problems, and planning for the future with a clear vision and common sense mentality. I'm open-minded, reliable, and committed to making decisions that put our families, our safety, and our growth first. This is my home where I raise my 3 children with my wife, Katie, and we are ready to work every day to move District 5 forward together. Please consider voting McPeak for Magistrate in May of 2026. Thank you. This has been paid for by Chance McPeak.
We're back here courtside on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network. 6:47 to play in the half. A big run by Knox Central. They lead here, Steve, 17-8.
All right, Middlesboro with the basketball off at the timeout. See what they can do to change their fortunes here. Again, that defense from Knox Central still intensified. Hensley in there with the 2 fouls. A big defensive play there. Kylie Smith to Gambrel Garrison. Skip past to Hensley. They find Mills 3. Oh, off the mark. Battle for the rebound. It'll go to Knox Central, so Hensley will reset.
Yeah, Hensley had a nice block on the other end.
Garrison, long 3, no good. Kaylin Smith with the rebound, trying to kick it over to Hensley. At the wing, finds Garrison in the corner. Now Smith, Kaylin. Nice pass over to Shelby Mills. She goes up, but she'll be fouled as she misses, but she'll get 2 freebies.
Shelby is not afraid to go in the land of the Giants. She went in there over 2 Yellow Jacket ladies and about put that in.
Oh, Shelby Mills at the line. First shot up is front rimmed, no good.
Under the 6-minute mark, so you have a time in under 4. It looks like Middlesboro's a little tired. They're sucking air pretty hard. They're looking forward to that media timeout at the under the 4-minute mark.
As they say in wrestling, they're blown up because they're sucking air, as you said. Mills misses both of those.
Unusual.
So Middlesboro coming down with it. Roberts. And now over and losing the handle is number 11, LaRue, but she is fouled.
Foul is on number 21, Kaylin Smith.
So Kaylin Smith with the foul. She's got 2 now. So Knox Central has 2 starters with 2 fouls. And so Cheris Frederick will come back into the contest.
What Knox Central's doing is they're trapping. As soon as they get across half court, they'll have numbers if they could break the trap. But they've had a hard time, and that's why they've turned the ball over so much.
Long three from downtown, no good. Rebound, Kaylin Smith. So Lambert tried to get three back, but did not happen. Gambrel Garrison, nice pass into Frederick, up and in. The eighth grader getting her first bucket at the region level.
What a pass. Made it, and you know, us bigs, I was a big. You don't like those low passes around your ankles. She threw it nice and high for her to catch and put it right in.
Remember the name Cheris Frederick. I think she will make an impact here over the years to come. Long three, and it's good by Millie Roberts.
That's a big shot for them. They had a double-digit deficit, and they get it under 10 here at the 5-minute mark of the first half.
So 19-11, Knox Central on top. Garrison gets across the timeline. Get it into Kaylin Smith. Turnaround jumper, no good. Gets her own rebound. It's blocked, but it'll stay with Knox Central. Three from Hensley, well off the mark. And here come the Yellow Jackets. Driving down number 32. Give it to her. Emily Lambert gets her first bucket of the night, and it's 19-13, Ronnie.
Hensley couldn't pick up her third foul on that fast break. She backed off wisely.
Yes.
You don't need her, Coach Warren, to have that third foul.
Hensley swings it around to Mills. Top of the key. Back to Hensley. Right wing. Top of the key. Swings it around left wing. Garrison into Frederick. Kicks it out to Hensley. She drives into the paint. Her jumper. In and out. Rebound Frederick. Back to Garrison. Her shot off the mark. Kaylin Smith with the rebound and puts it in.
You cannot give somebody 4 looks at the goal. They're going to score eventually. This is too good of a Knox Central team. Middlesboro just couldn't get the rebound.
21-13 your score, under 4 minutes to go. Shot no good by Middlesboro. Frederick with the rebound in transition is Mills. Kicks it to Garrison, up and in. Nice transition.
You know, Shelby Mills took it 1-on-5 a moment ago. She could have took that if she wanted, being very unselfish, getting the assist.
Just like that, Panthers with a 10-point lead on Middlesboro. Another turnover, Kaylin Smith. Transition again. Here is Shelby Mills. Up and in.
Yeah,
and that is the MO for Knox Central, as they're up by 12 now.
They're doing that trap. As soon as they cross half court, they're trapping them, and Middlesboro is just having a hard time.
My good friend, your good friend, Johnny Gray would call that pressure defense. You got to do that pressure defense, and they're doing it right here as Garrison will get the foul, though, but, again, very aggressive.
Yeah, that's one thing. We're going to get that under 4 timeout here, Steve, and it's well needed for Middlesboro.
All right, 25-13, Knox Central on top. Back in a moment once our commercial
Let me introduce you to London City Council candidate Chase Carson. He was born and raised in Laurel County, graduated from South Laurel, and went on to Eastern Kentucky University, where he earned his bachelor's and his master's degree. And then he came home to give back to the community in which he loves. He's a community leader who's focused on respect and transparent local government. He believes the residents deserve accountability and professionalism from its elected officials. Would you please consider voting for Chase Carson for your next London City Council member?
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Back here at the arena in Corbin, Kentucky, Steve Black, Ronnie Smith with you on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network. Knox Central starting to assert itself here in the second quarter. Leads by 12, 25-13. Middlesboro will inbound the basketball. Let's see what they can do in the final 3:08.
Yeah, just that defense of Knox Central and their aggressiveness, like you said, it's made all the difference in this ball game.
Top of the key, number 11, Addison LaRue.
She's had a game, Steve Black.
Give her a 3, and it's 25-16. She definitely has. Leading scorer on the Jackets here this evening. Frederick to Kalen Smith, up and in.
No, they just can't stop them. There's too many bigs for Knox Central. If they did that more, they can do that about any time they want to.
Very strong, solid players underneath for Knox Central. Long three, off the mark for Middlesboro. Rebound, Shelby Smith. Now, Shelby, she's not only good on the court, but she's good behind the mic. She broadcasts for the student group as she puts it in, and she'll go to the line for an opportunity for an old-fashioned three.
It's number 22.
Basket is good by Shelby Smith.
She's a good young player. You could tell just to think about, like you say, you can't underestimate losing 6 seniors last year. Who knew exactly what this team would be? I think if you would have asked Steve Warren, he would say 2 years.
Yeah.
He would need a couple years to rebuild. They didn't rebuild, they reloaded.
And they're all coming back next year, so that's really good. Shelby Smith at the line, again, excels at basketball, softball, works with the Blue and Gold Network, the student group, and does some broadcasting as well as she puts in the old-fashioned three. And it's now 30-16 Knox Central. Had a chance to work with her a couple times. She's a natural. Comes from a good family there, too, of basketball players. Long three, and that is good from Millie Roberts. Has 2 here in the quarter, 30-19. Looks like Coach Warren not exactly happy. Going to call a quick timeout, I think a 30-second maybe.
She wound up wide open in the corner somehow. Somebody missed their assignment, and even though they're winning, Coach Warren's using this as a teaching moment. He is not happy.
You know, as you go through, it's like, you know, you got to keep that intensity up, right? And you can't lapse. You know, yeah, you may be up right by 11, but, you know, like you said, teachable moment, because you might be in a situation where you need that intensity. And, you know, so again, it could, you know, mean the difference between a winner and a loss here in this tournament. So he's trying to remind them, you know, doesn't matter where you're at, right? You always got to be on. You always got to be engaged.
I'm sure that Coach Adams just says, hey, let's get it in single digits before halftime. And hitting a three like that helped them get within 11. They'll need a defensive stand to try to make that happen.
Shelby Smith with the basketball, left side to Shelby Mills. They try to get it into Kylie Smith. Ball's turned over. Another one of those unforced errors. So Martin with the basketball, works from left to right. Now Lambert right to left. Nice ball movement there from Middlesboro. Top of the key, LaRue, shot no good. Loose ball. And it's going to get a jump ball situation. Possession will stay with Middlesboro. Minute 25 to go till half. 30-19. Now, I think the good folks from Barberville, Ronnie, doing the stats that they've been doing for several years here. So we should get a nice little stat package here at halftime that we can share at some point. But Middlesboro trying to chop back into this in the final 117, another turnover.
Well, they needed to score there. They could have got it back to single digits, so that's a big letdown for Middlesboro. They'll have to D it up here.
Knox Central. I don't know if they'll go this long for a last shot with a minute 14 to go. We'll see. That's not really Steve Warren's character, but could prove us wrong here. Get around top of the, and as I say that, a bank three.
22.
Shelby Smith, the bank is open.
Wow.
Still counts.
Down under a minute here. Middlesboro needs a bucket before halftime.
And you can see the grin on her face, too, as she was walking back, Ronnie. Mom will have a conversation with her about that tonight.
She'll take it. She'll take it any way she can get it, I'm sure.
40 seconds in counting. Middlesboro. Top of the key, Lambert. Gets it over to Martin. Martin hits a three. So 3 for 3 on each side here, and it's 33-22.
Look for Knox Central probably to hold for one shot, but like you said, they get a good one. They're not going to pass it up.
Hensley with the basketball. Top of the key to Mills. Swings it over the left side to Smith. Shelby, that is. Back to Hensley, top of the key. Over to Shelby Smith. Back to Shelby Mills. A lot of Shelbys, a lot of Smiths. We'll keep it situated there out. It looks like maybe 23.
One thing, they let them play pretty good, Steve Black.
They sure have.
It's not been in.
Roberts her second personal. Reese two. They got to get one off. Shelby Mills does. Good if it goes. No good. And we are at the half. It's Knox Central 33 and Millsboro 22. So we'll try to queue up a couple commercials. Back here in a moment, talk half here at the Corbin Arena.
No doubt in the world we live in today, security is our number one priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton have over 60 years experience in the industry and protect over 12 states. Make sure you check out their new location at 116 Shiloh Drive in London, Kentucky. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for your sponsorship of the 13th Region Media Network.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
We proudly offer everything needed for both.
Let me introduce you to London City Council candidate Chase Carson. He was born and raised in Laurel County, graduated from South Laurel, and went on to Eastern Kentucky University, where he earned his bachelor's and his master's degree. And then he came home to give back to the community in which he loves. He's a community leader who's focused on respect and transparent local government. He believes the residents deserve accountability and professionalism from its elected officials. Would you please consider voting for Chase Carson for your next London City Council member?
Hello, my name is Chance McPeak, and I'm running for Magistrate of District Number 5. I've spent more than 20 years serving our community as a proven volunteer, problem solver, and hands-on leader. I believe leadership means being proactive, seeing issues before they become problems, and planning for the future with a clear vision and common sense mentality. I'm open-minded, reliable, and committed to making decisions that put our families, our safety, and our growth first. This is my home where I raised my 3 children with my wife, Katie, and we are ready to work every day to move District 5 forward together. Please consider voting McPeak for Magistrate in May of 2026. Thank you. This has been paid for by Chance McPeak.
Hey basketball fans, this is Coach T, Walter T. Hewlett, candidate for Laurel County Judge Executive. With 43 years in education and coaching, I know how to build a championship team, and I'm ready to work for you. I'm bringing community leaders, business owners, and government together to build a stronger Laurel County and a stronger Southern Kentucky. This isn't my campaign, it's our campaign. On Election Day, vote Coach T, number 1 on the ballot for Laurel County Judge Executive. It's tea time.
Paid for by Walter T. Hewlett for Laurel County Judge Executive. Whether you are buying or selling, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty would love to help you get your property sold or help you find your next dream home, farm, or investment property, no matter how big or small. Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty will help make the process smooth and enjoyable for you. Feel free to contact Jesse Sizemore anytime at 606-309-9898. Jesse Sizemore, Century 21 Advantage Realty.
Let me introduce you to London City Council candidate Chase Carson. He was born and raised in Laurel County, graduated from South Laurel, and went on to Eastern Kentucky University, where he earned his bachelor's and his master's degree. And then he came home to give back to the community in which he loves. He's a community leader who's focused on respect and transparent local government. He believes the residents deserve accountability and professionalism from its elected officials. Would you please consider voting for Chase Carson for your next London City Council member?
Quarterback.
we have out here Kenny, Brianna, and Wendy. And representing
We're back here
Rock Central,
at the arena. Ronnie Smith with you with Steve Black. Steve catching his breath a little bit. We've got Middlesboro playing against the Knox Central Lady Panthers. Knox Central came in with a 23-5 record on the season. Middlesboro 14-12. And here we are at halftime. Middlesboro trails Knox Central by a score of 33-22. Looking at the scoring first for Middlesboro, we can see Addison LaRue with 10 points. She's the only Lady Yellow Jacket in double digits. 6 points for Millie Roberts and 4 points for Morgan Martin. 2 points for Emily Lambert. Emily normally scores pretty good, so they've held her in check just a little bit. 11 rebounds for Kaylin Smith. That's the big thing we see from Knox Central when we look at the rebounds. But point-wise, Shelby Mills already has 12 points in the game. 6 points, Shelby Smith. 4 points for Kaylin Smith and also Mackenzie Henson. 3 points for Kay Garrison. 2 points for Frederick and 2 points also for Kyle Smith. So Knox Central with a 33-22 lead here at halftime. I think it's probably a lot of people would have expected.
But just overall shooting, Middlesboro shooting 36% from the field. Knox Central not very much better at 40%. Behind the shots at the line, less. The gentleman trying to hit a half-court shot. He must be a construction major because he was laying a, see, you like that? But we saw a few of those tonight in our first quarter. But, both teams, Ronnie, to their credit, though, scoring-wise, seem to pick it up in the second quarter. So, again, as they're getting more acclimated and getting more used to the environment of the arena and what comes to, I think we're starting to see some of those results. So it'll be interesting. They'll have a time, to make adjustments. See, again, in football, they talk about the middle eight, right? The last 4 minutes of the second quarter, the first 4 minutes of the third. So you can even talk about here in the sense of the middle eight. We'll see what happens here at the start of the third quarter to see who kind of asserts themselves. One of the things I've seen a lot, it doesn't always happen, but, third quarter is sometimes a separation quarter, especially if you're in a tight game. Now, we've already got some separation here in the second quarter where Knox Central up 11, but maybe Middlesboro's opportunity to chop in to that deficit here in the third.
Well, that's what they have to do. Either they're going to get back in the game or they're going to be down 20.
Exactly.
So you're exactly right there. It's halftime, 33 for Knox Central, 22 for Middlesboro. You're listening to the Chase Carson for London City Council. He's sponsoring the halftime show here. We appreciate all the sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network that make it happen. We've got some great ones that we appreciate. Serve Pro. They're going to be sponsoring the offensive player of the game. They serve Pulaski and Laurel County. And then you got Daisy's Dream Destinations. That's my friend Sembri Crisologo. Let her plan your next vacation for you. She's sponsoring the defensive player of the game. And then the good folks at VFW 3302 out of London going to sponsor the most valuable player. And Steve, we'll be looking at those. And we've got a couple people in mind here at halftime. We'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. And I think they may start showing themselves a little bit more here early in the third quarter to see who gets there before we get started. So as Knox Central is coming back onto the court.
We appreciate OBI the tournament year. It's
Good.
their year to do it. The guys doing a great job so far.
Definitely, and then smoothly because again, not a short trip between here and Oneida, right? Especially there in northern Clay County, as you're a few miles from the Owsley County border. So good. I need to spend the night one of these Martin's Peterbilt trucks. We're trying to see if it can happen one time.
That would be neat.
People always joke that I'm here already. So if that's the case,
You may have already been doing it. Nobody knew.
I'm not going to say it happens, but
Let's take a look at the
nice
brackets
graphic.
there. Yeah,
All
we
right.
got the graphics up here. We're in game one. World. Immediately after this one, Steve, you got it, Laura, who's probably a heck of a game.
Yeah, you see Messer and company, Skeeter Mabe. Skeeter Mabe has been in the program, I think, for 25 years. He's just a junior, started a long time in middle school. And so, those are asserting themselves as one. So it's going to – I've not personally had to see that live. So for me to see how they do.
Playing against Barberville in game one.
Yeah, I mean, Eddie Mahan, a crew, that is a established program over the years. They got a great feeder system in their missile level, and even though they lose a lot of is doing well, and others, just to name a few. Barberville, they came up really big in the district, Ronnie, against Pineville to get to this point. Coach Amy Shields and that crew, not just happy to be here. She's taken that program, recently. You got to be happy for, the little school in that regard, but they played a really good game against Pineville in that regard. So it'll be, again, see how they adjust to the big stage, if you will. So looking forward to that one tomorrow night.
And then the last game will be Bell County, Whitley County. Coach Teagues, Bell County Lady Bobcats having a great year. Whitley County plays hard. It's going to be a great final game of the first round.
Yeah, you had Maddie on the show earlier a couple of weeks ago, and she's had some accolades herself. Now, Bell County, Kyrie Lamb, her last go around as well, and so it's been on this stage a couple times. So that'll be side of the tournament. So looking forward to that one tomorrow night.
All right, we're going to take one more time out. Knox leads here to 22 at halftime on the Chase Carson for London, presented by the good folk Martin's Peterbilt.
No doubt in the world we live in today, security is our number one priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton have over 60 years experience in the industry and protect over 12 states. Make sure you check out their new location at 116 Shiloh Drive in London, Kentucky. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for your sponsorship of the 13th Region Media Network.
They don't. They don't.
They be able to. This is unbelievable.
All right. I see that you've switched over.
We made it to the other side. We may have Martin
about started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Perfect timing, ladies and gentlemen, as we start the second half here from the Corbin Arena. Knox Central gets things started with the basketball. Kylie Smith drives into the paint. Her shot no good. Rebound by number 23. That's Millie Roberts.
Didn't hear a lot from Lambert in that first half for Middlesboro. She needs to have a big second half.
Definitely so. Addison LaRue was the saving grace for the Yellow Jackets. That shot no good. Shelby Mills, the basketball, gets across the timeline. Transition. Skip pass over to Hensley. Hensley back to Mills. Mills will drive to her right. Will pull it out. Gets Kylie Smith in the paint. She will kick it out to Hensley. And her three, no good. Battle for the rebound. Still battling. It goes to Knox Central. And Kylie Smith, not no good.
Finally, Middlesboro to come away with the rebound there, Steve.
And we got a band coming in, so kind of in front of us right now. So if we're a lot disjointed in our announcing, we apologize. We literally cannot see the court. Middlesboro with the basketball. Top of the key. That was DeRosset. Now with the basketball, number 32, Lambert. Her shot is good.
Yeah, they need to get her hot. She only had, 2 points in the first half.
So 33-24 is your score. Knox Central with the basketball. 6.5 to go here in the third. Mills. Skip pass around to the left side for Hensley. She drives, no good. Battle for the rebound, Kaylin Smith. Kicks it over to Mills. Her three, no good. And rebound, Middlesboro. Middlesboro in transition. Here comes Millie Roberts. And go ahead, Ronnie.
I was just going to say, they score here. They've got it in single digits, Steve. They've got it down to 9. It's like you talked about those first couple minutes. Knox Central wanted a little separation, didn't get it. And now Lambert, one of their best players at the line, can cut this lead down to 7.
Shelby Mills with the foul, her first of the contest. Lambert to the line, and you mentioned she kind of needs to get on track for Middlesboro. Just one bucket, gets in the free throw. So she's got 3 points here early in the third period. 33-25 your score. Second one goes in, so she's 4 quick points, and it's a 7-point contest.
Trying to step up the defense here. Coach Warren calling the play for Knox Central. They need to try to get a bucket here to break the momentum.
Shelby Smith, skip pass over to Shelby Mills. She'll take the three from the wing. It's no good. Battling for the rebound, goes back to Knox Central. Hensley kicks it over to Mills. Mills will try again. No good.
That's 3 misses for Shelby Mills to start the third quarter.
Smith with the rebound. That was Kylie. Her shot no good. Here come the Yellow Jackets. They get it over to Roberts. Roberts picks up her dribble. Looking for someone. Finds Martin. Back at the top of the key to DeRosset. Now Lambert. She works to her right. She puts the shot up and in. And Emily Lambert, 6 points here in the quarter, and it's a 5-point game.
Wow. Couldn't have a better start for Coach Adams' team here in the third quarter.
So Middlesboro settling down a little bit, and they're doing things well defensively. Kaylin Smith, skip pass over to Hensley. She'll take a three. That is off the mark.
0 for 6 to start the third.
Battle for the rebound. Here come the Yellow Jackets. 3-on-2. Over to Roberts now. Roberts on the wing. Finds Roberts. Number 23. So Millie Roberts shot no good. Kaylin Smith with the rebound. And almost stolen back by Middlesboro. Here come the Panthers. So everybody's a little disjointed at the moment, both sides, as Mills goes up. And it's going to be a foul. Oh, let's see here.
Now they call her for a traveling violation. Said she took one too many steps.
And Coach Warner's going to get a timeout.
Probably not a bad idea right there.
4:35 to go, 33-28 score. Knox Central on top.
Whether you are buying or selling, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty would love to help you get your property sold or help you find your next dream home, farm, or investment property. No matter how big or small, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty will help make the process smooth and enjoyable for you. Feel free to contact Jesse Sizemore anytime at 606-309-9898. Jesse Sizemore, Century 21 Advantage Realty.
Hello, my name is Chance McPeak, and I'm running for Magistrate of District Number 5. I've spent more than 20 years serving our community as a proven volunteer, problem solver, and hands-on leader. I believe leadership means being proactive, seeing issues before.
Back here at the Corbin Arena, Steve Black, Ronnie Smith. 33-28 your score, 4:35 to go here in the third.
Could be a better start for Middlesboro here in this third quarter. Knox Central's getting the shots. Steve, they're getting offensive rebounds left and right. 2 or 3, sometimes 4 looks at the basket, but they're stuck on 33.
So we'll see how the intensity goes. Sometimes a coach needs to remind a team to get their intensity. Shot no good. Nice rebound up and in.
You see it, Lambert.
Emily Lambert taking over here in the third. That's 8 points.
I don't know how many she's averaged in a game, but the games I noticed from past, she was quite a bit of a scorer. Her 2 at the first half was a big deal.
Kylie Smith drives in and puts it up and in.
Well, win there, Steve. Instead of settling for all those 3-pointers, and that might be what Coach Moore wanted
back
to do.
to the basics.
Yeah.
Really no depth perception issues with an old-fashioned layup, right? Nice 3, and guess who? Well, no, actually, Millie Roberts turned the numbers around, so it's number 23 with the 3, and it's a 2-point game, Ronnie.
Wow. It was 11-point halftime lead for Knox Central, and it's down to a 1-possession game.
11-2 run for Middlesboro here in the third. Shelby Smith, top of the key, in and out, and Middlesboro only allowing 1 shot from Knox Central. A chance to tie or take the lead. They're looking for the lead, and they get it.
Lambert, she's on fire.
Lambert.
She is absolutely on fire.
3 for the lead.
Wow.
And that has fired the Middlesboro faithful up at the 3:05 mark, 36-35. Nothing to lose here, Ronnie, with Middlesboro. You're playing with house money. Shelby Mills with a 3 and answers.
Well, that's who you expect to answer. Shelby's the leader of this team, and it's a big 3 there for the Lady Panthers.
38-36, Panthers back on top. They've got into number 23, Roberts. Ball knocked out of bounds. I think we're going to, let's see. I think we're going to get a foul.
Foul is number 21,
Kaylin Smith. Her third personal, Ronnie. So Kylie Gambrell Garrison in. We're going to get a timeout on the
my name is Chance McPeak, and I'm running for Magistrate of District Number 5. I've spent more than 20 years serving our community as a proven volunteer, problem solver, and hands-on leader. I believe leadership means being proactive, seeing issues before they become problems, and planning for the future with a clear vision and common sense mentality. I'm open-minded, reliable, and committed to making decisions that put our families, our safety, and our growth first. This is my home where I raised my 3 children with my wife, Katie, and we are ready to work every day to move District 5 forward together. Please consider voting McPeak for Magistrate in May of 2026. Thank you. This has been paid for by Chance McPeak.
All right. Big run by Middlesboro here in the third quarter, and they've cut the lead to 2, 38-36. Steve Black, Ronnie Smith here with you on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network. 2026 Girls 13th Region Basketball Tournament. Now, I don't know, maybe some comments already say, where's the video? Where's the video? Again, PRTC, that group has the exclusive video rights to the tournament. Everybody else that's streaming is doing it audio-wise.
So we're not allowed.
Yes.
Or we would.
Just listen to us. How's that?
You're better off listening to us than looking at us.
Shelby Mills, long 3, banks it in. So, again, the bank is open for Mills. That's 2 threes in a row. And Knox Central down by 2 a second ago, up by 5 now.
Big play, Shelby.
Drive to the bucket, number 23, Millie Roberts. Her 5th point here in the third. It's now a 3-point contest. Hensley with the basketball. Left side, Mills with the long 3, no good. It was the front part of the rim. Here come the Jackets, a chance to cut it to 1 or tie it with a 3. They're going to try to tie it with a 3, and they do! Millie Roberts starting to take over now, Ronnie. It's either 32 or 23 for the Yellow Jackets.
It's unbelievable. No fear in these Middlesboro Lady Yellow Jackets.
We are tied again. Hensley goes in, no good. Battle for the rebound. And I think we're going to get a jump ball, and it's going to go to the Jackets. I'm going to tell you right now, Addison LaRue, Kaylin Smith, they were battling for that basketball. Middlesboro with a chance to take a lead once again.
Can't believe we're tied here, getting ready to go into the fourth quarter. Middlesboro's Coach Adams got to be happy.
Funny thing about these tournaments, Ronnie, right? You know, cliche, anything can happen in one contest, right? Any given contest.
Well, the aggression that Knox Central showed in the second has switched, and Middlesboro is the more aggressive team right now.
That shot well short from Lambert. It'll go out of bounds and back to Knox Central. 1:09 to go in the third, and we are all square once again at 41. Brand new ball game here from the Corbin Arena.
7 turnovers in the first half for Middlesboro, only 3 for Knox Central. But
that seems misleading, don't you think, from what we saw?
Absolutely.
Kaylin Smith, double team, kicks it over to Shelby Mills, who lays it in.
In the land of giants. I mean, Shelby had to go over 2 girls there.
Middlesboro drives in. Go ahead, Ronnie.
I love to watch that girl play.
Yes. Shot no good. Panther basketball, final 38 seconds. Mills, she'll take the 3. She is not shy by taking those 3s. And Kylie Smith with the putback.
Let her get that offensive rebound, Steve.
4 quick points from the Panthers and a 4-point lead. Final seconds. Middlesboro probably with the last possession of the third. Lambert gets it over to LaRue. LaRue scoop shot no good. Gambrel Garrison gets it over to Mills in the corner. They'll have a last-second shot as well. Garrison, her shot, no good. Rebound by Middlesboro. We're going to go to the final stanza with Knox Central with a 4-point
Let me
lead.
introduce you to London City Council candidate Chase Carson. He was born and raised in Laurel County, graduated from South Laurel, and went on to Eastern Kentucky University, where he earned his bachelor's and his master's degree. And then he came home to give back to the community in which he loves. He's a community leader who's focused on respect and transparent local government. He believes the residents deserve accountability and professionalism from its elected officials. Would you please consider voting for Chase Carson for your next London City Council member?
Whether you are buying or selling, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty would love to help you get your property sold or help you find your next dream home, farm, or investment property, no matter how big or small. Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty will help make the process smooth and enjoyable for you. Feel free to contact Jesse Sizemore anytime at 606-309-9898. Jesse Sizemore, Century 21 Advantage Realty.
All right, 8 minutes to go. And dare I say, just regulation, Ronnie.
Yeah,
it's one of those, it's shaping up to be possibly one of those games.
Middlesboro scored 20 points in that third quarter, Steve Black.
And that was all with Millie Roberts and Emily Lambert, the 1-2 punch. Shot no good. Kylie Smith with the putback, no good. Kaylin Smith, she will get fouled. That's going to be on Morgan Martin. So number 21, Kaylin Smith, just a sophomore, going to the line for Knox Central, chance to increase their lead. First shot is short. As you can see on the scoreboard there, 45-41. Middlesboro is the guest school on the scoreboard. Knox Central is the home school. You can see that with the display there.
Middlesboro outscored Knox Central 20-12 in that third quarter.
So talk about separation. They got redemption as they came back from that deficit at halftime, and we got a brand new ball game. Knox Central with the basketball. Skip pass over to Mills. Gambrell Garrison, a three from the corner, no good. Rebound, Kylie Smith, another putback for the freshman.
Yeah, that's every time down they're getting 2 or 3 looks, and that's why they've been able to score every time.
Offensive rebounds key right now. 6-point Panther lead. Winner punches their ticket to the semifinals on Friday night here from the Corbin Arena. And we'll take on the winners of our next game, South Laurel and Clay County. Down underneath the paint, ball knocked away, still scrambling for it. Knox Central will get the basketball. Here come the Panthers. Chance to increase their lead.
They don't have to be in a hurry here. They can take their time and look for a good shot.
Exactly. Nice pass into Kaylin Smith, and she will go to the line. Kylie Smith not only is getting the offensive rebounds and scoring, she's dishing some dimes as well, getting some nice passes. But Kaylin Smith will go to the line for another 2-shot opportunity. Was there earlier, 0 for 2. Misses her third. So free throw shooting, as we alluded to at halftime, Ronnie, not good on either side. And it's not gotten any better here in the second half. Smith does put in that one, though. Makes it 48-41. So does Middlesboro have a little bit more in them, or did they spend everything there in that comeback in the third? We'll see.
Well, that's the thing. They don't sub as much as Knox Central's able to. And really, Knox Central doesn't a lot either.
Yeah, not a lot of substitutions, you say, on both sides. I think Middlesboro just went 6 deep so far. But as you said, not a lot of whistles here, so most everybody's been able to stay in. We're going to get a foul.
No jump ball?
Jump ball, so it's going to stay with Middlesboro. Yeah, sometimes you say that, hey, there's not been a lot of fouls, and then all of a sudden you get bogged down, right? But, I think unless they're killing each other, Ronnie Smith, let them play.
Yeah, I agree. People are paying a lot of money to come to this tournament to watch these games, and they're here to watch the girls play.
Ball knocked out of bounds by Knox Central. Again, we'll try it. You can see the score on the video screen, 48-41. Knox Central on top. Middlesboro trying to get it in. They got to need to get it in with the 5 seconds. They do get it in, though. Long three. It's good.
Lambert
with another three.
That's her 14th point of the second half, Steve.
That is crazy.
She's single-handedly keeping these girls in the game.
Long three from Hensley and returns the favor.
She's been a little quiet here in the second half. It's a big shot for McKenzie.
Well, trading wasn't ready for the pass. No good this time. We get a loose ball foul, though. And I believe that's going to be on DeRosset.
It's going to be, you see a little fatigue setting in, Steve Black.
Knox Central at the basketball. 5.5 to go in the fourth. Kicks it over to Gambrell Garrison. That goes to the hands of Kaylin Smith, but Mills gets it back to Smith. Off the hands of Garrison, but they did not. That was a defensive play there from Garrison. And that'll give the ball back to Knox Central. So a couple empty trips, Ronnie, for that approach halfway through. Ball knocked away, back to Middlesboro. They got the numbers if they can get it. Lambert up and in.
Big bucket there. Get it to a 2-possession game with 4:44 to play.
51-46 your score. Knox Central back over the timeline. Hensley, top of the key, over to Shelby Mills. Mills goes to her right. She goes down. We're going to get a whistle. She was tripped up. And let's see if that is Morgan Martin.
She hit the ground pretty hard and inverted. It wasn't anything intentional, but she did hit it pretty hard.
Martin's third personal. Shelby Smith, the freshman, back into the contest. Kaylee Gambrell Garrison getting some good minutes tonight for Knox Central. Another freshman on this team. It's hard to believe this team starts two freshmen, Ronnie.
Yeah, it's
and a sophomore.
no seniors. So.
Yeah, and 0 seniors. Shelby Smith, 3. It's no good. Rebound goes to Middlesboro. Lambert going up against Mills. Misses the shot. Shelby Smith with the rebound. She'll get fouled by Lambert.
Frustration foul there, 80 feet away.
Her first personal. That should be Millie Roberts. Are going to call that on Millie Roberts. So her fourth personal, but that is team foul number 5. And so Shelby Smith will go to the line, shoot the 2-point penalty. And so Knox Central will be at the line for the rest of the way. Shot no good.
Yeah,
go ahead, Ronnie.
I don't believe Knox Central has anyone else in double digits other than Shelby Mills, but most of them are around that 6, 7, 8 point range.
Yeah, so good, solid spreading around of the scoring as Shelby Smith puts in a bucket. So I got her unofficially with 7 points on the night. Middlesboro bringing it back down. LaRue guarded by Frederick. LaRue picks up the dribble to Russell. Now Lambert. Under 4 now here in the fourth. Lambert, 3, no good. Battle for the rebound, Frederick, but she's on the line. So it'll stay with Middlesboro. And I guess our under 4 timeout here. So I'm just going to talk into the commercial.
This is the L4 Security 13th Region Media.
There you go. So again, little ag here.
Hey, basketball fans, this is Coach T, Walter T. Hewlett, candidate for Laurel County Judge Executive. With 43 years in education and coaching, I know how to build a championship team, and I'm ready to work for you. I'm bringing community leaders, business owners, and government together to build a stronger Laurel County and a stronger Southern Kentucky. This isn't my campaign, it's our campaign. On Election Day, vote Coach T, number 1 on the ballot for Laurel County Judge Executive. It's tea time.
Paid for by Walter T. Hewlett for Laurel County Judge Executive.
And then the McKenzie.
All right, back here at the Corbin Arena, 3:45 to go in the contest. Steve Black, Ronnie Smith. First time ever working with each other.
It's been fun.
It has been. Internet issues aside, it's been fun. How's that?
It didn't seem like they didn't have internet when we started doing this years ago.
Well,
they had to some way. Phone lines.
Yeah. They've got those. They got those things now on TikTok where they said when you were born, and then if you say 19, then they put up like an olden days picture. That's us, right? We're in the olden days. Lambert misses the shot. Knox Central with the rebound. They did one on LG Green, and they put dinosaurs behind him there, and I thought that was hilarious. Kaylin Smith with the putback, no good. She gets her own rebound. If you can't get it the first time, try again, and she does.
Big 8-point lead now.
So Knox Central getting it back out to a comfortable lead here in the final 3:15. Had I think 11-point lead at half. Long 3, good. Lambert. I think she's a front runner for our offensive player of the game. What do you think, Ronnie?
21 points already for her and 19 in the second half.
54-49, your score. Shelby Smith along 3. It is well off the mark. Nice presence of mind by Kaylin Smith, and Knox Central keeps the basketball. Hensley, shot good for 3.
But again, 2 or 3 shots every time to score. And now that leads back up to 8.
Offensive rebounds or saves out of bounds, and Knox Central taking advantage of those. And a little breathing room for the Panthers. Basketball now with LaRue. DeRossett, top of the key. Millie Roberts, she drives into the paint. Up, no good, but she'll go to the line as she was fouled.
A nice drive there. Yeah, 3 Yellow Jackets in double digits, so they've had a little bit more balanced scoring, but I'm telling you, they got a lot of fight, and Adams had to be with Everton
Central. So I think they're going to run a little offense here, Ronnie, run a little clock. They've got the advantage of the team foul, so Middlesboro may have to start fouling here in a moment, try to get possession back again. 2 minutes to go. Mills, guarded by Martin. Now Hensley, she drives in, kicks it over to Frederick. Frederick being grabbed in, jump ball, it's going to stay with Knox Central.
Nice play by Emily Lambert, jumped in there to call the tie up against Frederick.
Speaking of Frederick, just an 8th grader, but a rising player here on the basketball team, but also on the volleyball team, Ronnie Smith. Had a chance to see her, a district champion herself in volleyball. She'll go to the line as she was fouled.
Number 32, Emily Lambert, her first.
So Lambert gets the foul. That's going to put Karis Frederick. Karis rhymes with Paris. First shot is good.
That will help me remember that from here forward. Whatever it takes on our side.
There you go, right?
Get their names right.
And we get a full timeout here on the court, 1:49 to go.
Whether you are buying or selling, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty would love to help you get your property sold or help you find your next dream home, farm, or investment property. No matter how big or small, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty will help make the process smooth and enjoyable for you. Feel free to contact Jesse Sizemore anytime at 606-309-9898. Jesse Sizemore, Century 21 Advantage Realty.
No doubt in the world we live in today, security is our number one priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton have over 60 years experience in the industry and protect over 12 states. Make sure you check out their new location at 116 Shiloh Drive in London, Kentucky. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for your sponsorship of the 13th Region Media Network.
Final 1:49 as Karis Frederick at the line for her second shot. And no good. Maybe she's like, Coach Warren, don't call that timeout. I was in a groove.
Yeah.
Ball knocked out of bounds.
But knocks into that offensive rebound again. And now they'll get to go back to the line and shoot 2 more, Steve.
Mackenzie Hensley at the line. Had some early foul trouble, but has persevered. And it's her 7th point here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, 11 for the game. So it's a big turnaround for her. Of course, my buddy Larry Dickerson, your buddy Larry, he's a good guy.
Larry
over there
D.
doing the stat on the scoreboard.
He said if they mess up, don't blame it on him. Like,
It's
just
just a lot
call him
more
first.
complicated than it looks.
Mills with the basketball as they got the offensive rebound off that second free throw. 1:29 in counting. Right now it is all Panthers as they have a 9-point lead. And really right now they just got to force Middlesboro to foul. There's nothing else that they can do. And Middlesboro's going to have to do that. They want to try to get the ball back. Because, again, no shot clock, right? That's coming soon.
Next year, correct?
Next year, I believe. But you're in that point, and we do get a foul. That's going to be on Martin. fourth personal on Martin, but that'll put Shelby Mills to the line. So, again, a chance to add to the 9-point lead. So, barring a titanic comeback from Middlesboro, as Shelby puts in the first, it'll be Knox Central moving on to Friday night's contest, and they will await the winner of our second game, South Laurel and Clay County.
You know, Kaylin Smith had 11 rebounds at halftime.
That's incredible.
So how many in the world is she going to end up with in this game?
I can't wait to see the
Probably
final
15
stats.
at least, right? We'll have those final stats for you in the Chase Carson postgame show.
Middlesboro with it. Lambert driving to her right. And Middlesboro not really playing with any urgency at the moment. They do get it down underneath. And it looks like Morgan Martin will go the line as she was fouled. Frederick with her first personal.
Double-digit lead for Knox Central. Looks like they're going to win their 24th game of the year, Steve. That's a great season, as you mentioned earlier, losing 6 seniors.
Yes. So I believe that's actually Addison LaRue at the line as Frederick will get replaced.
We'll have some interviews. Try to get Coach Warren over here and have a couple players come and hang out with us a little bit after the game here on the L4 Security 13-3 Media Network.
30-second timeout right now. And I guess we think we'll just keep it here.
I should.
Okay, well, we'll just keep it here.
We never know.
So, again, I think a little slow for both teams at the start, Ronnie, again, getting acclimated to the surroundings here at the Corbin Arena. The second quarter, both teams picked it up. Middlesboro definitely picked it up in the third. But when it was all said and done, Knox Central going to persevere as they have a 10-point lead here in the final 43 seconds.
Yeah, 20-point effort there in the third quarter for Middlesboro. They outscored Knox Central 20-8 after being down 11 at halftime and made it a game going into the fourth quarter. And really just they're a little tired. If they had a couple more subs, I think Middlesboro could have kept playing with them.
But I think it's just to the testament of Coach Adams and her team. This whole playoff season, they playing, you could say above themselves, but, the big win against Harlan County, the really great close game against Bell, and then tonight, the comeback in the third, and just ran up a little short. So no shame there as they will finish 14-13 on the season. But I think some things to look forward to next year. They are going to lose a couple players to graduation. LaRue being one of them. And so, but the nucleus of their starters will be back.
Yeah.
63-51 is your score. Final seconds here. Middlesboro with the basketball.
Nothing to hang their head about. That's for sure.
Good performance tonight. Shot no good. Battle for the rebound. The bodies hit the floor. And Shelby Smith gets the rebound for Knox Central. Now Mills. And basically it just run out the time here. Middlesboro, they're still playing hard here, even though they're down by 12 in the last seconds. So final seconds click off here from the Corbin Arena. Knox Central will go to 24-5 on the season and will punch their ticket to the semifinals on Friday at 6 p.m. They await the winner of our next contest, South Laurel and Clay County. So, Ronnie, give us your thoughts.
Mills took the team over, did what she needed to do, actually lost the lead, then boom, 6 in a row. Knox Central did not flinch. And they got a little test. Coach Warren is not the happiest guy. I've seen him a lot happier. But a win is a win is a win.
And I'll tell you this, just watching the 51st District last week and watching tonight, this was the first opportunity actually that Knox Central got pushed.
Yeah.
And so they got pushed in the third quarter and actually lost the lead. And like you said, Ronnie, they persevered and they took it. They took care of things and ended up with a 12-point win. People going to see the score and say, "Oh, okay, no problem," right? No, it was a tough contested contest, especially in the third.
Yes, and we've got our players of the game that we'll talk about in just a moment. we'll try to catch up with Emily Lambert from Middlesboro, and we've got some Knox Central players that are going to come and hang out with us, and they're going on. The Middlesboro's going on to the locker room, losing here by a score of 63-51. We'll have all the stats, and we'll go over it all with you and be able to let you know exactly what happened here. The Media Network player of the game is being announced right now, and we'll have our own from the broadcast as well. Shelby Mills, Knox Central. So that's from the for the game. We'll have our own. We'll think about it, talk about it for a minute. We'll be back right after these messages here on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network, presented by Martin's Peterbilt.
No doubt in the world we live in today, security is our number one priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton have over 60 years experience in the industry and protect over 12 states. Make sure you check out their new location at 116 Shiloh Drive in London, Kentucky. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for your sponsorship of the 13th Region Media Network.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Hello, my name is Chance McPeak and I'm running for Magistrate of District Number 5. I've spent more than 20 years serving our community as a proven volunteer, problem solver, and hands-on leader. I believe leadership means being proactive, seeing issues before they become problems, and planning for the future with a clear vision and common sense mentality. I'm open-minded, reliable, and committed to making decisions that put our families, our safety, and our growth first. This is my home where I raised my 3 children with my wife, Katie, and we are ready to work every day to move District 5 forward together. Please consider voting McPeak for Magistrate in May of 2026. Thank you. This has been paid for.
Whether you are buying or selling, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty would love to help you get your property sold or help you find your next dream home, farm, or investment property. No matter how big or small, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty will help make the process smooth and enjoyable for you. Feel free to contact Jesse Sizemore anytime at 606-309-9898. Jesse Sizemore, Century.
Hey basketball fans, this is Coach T, Walter T. Hewlett, candidate for Laurel County Judge Executive. With 43 years in education and coaching, I know how to build a championship team, and I'm ready to work for you. I'm bringing community leaders, business owners, and government together to build a stronger Laurel County and a stronger Southern Kentucky. This isn't my campaign, it's our campaign. On Election Day, vote Coach T, number 1 on the ballot for Laurel County Judge Executive. It's tea time.
Paid for by Walter T. Hewlett for Laurel County Judge Executive.
Let me introduce you to London City Council candidate Chase Carson. He was born and raised in Laurel County, graduated from South Laurel, and went on to Eastern Kentucky University, where he earned his bachelor's and his master's degree. And then he came home to give back to the community in which he loves. He's a community leader who's focused on respect and transparent local government. He believes the residents deserve accountability and professionalism from its elected officials. Would you please consider voting for Chase Carson for your next London City Council member?
We're back here. Game 1 is over. Knox Central is the first one to punch the ticket to the Final Four on Super Saturday, or Friday, exactly.
Fun time Friday. How's that?
Yes.
I got.
And they win 63-51. Steve Black, what do you see when you look at these stats here as we get ready to for our superlatives.
Well, some of the stats are not pretty, Ronnie Smith, especially in the shooting department game-wise. Knox Central shot 40%, or excuse me, 34% from the field. Millsboro actually shot better from the field. Behind the arc, not much better, according to the statistics here. 40% for Middlesbrough from behind the arc, just 25% for the Panthers. Again, shooting-wise at the line as well, not good, but some individual people stepped up. And for Knox Central, Shelby Mills ended up with 22 points on the night, just 8 of 21, though. That's, again, a lot of shots going up, not a lot of shots going down, but again, 22 points on that. Here's the stat that really impressed me. Kaylin Smith for Knox Central, 19 total rebounds, 11 offensive. And that was very helpful. When you're not shooting well, Ronnie, the offensive rebounds definitely key, right? And so some key rebounds there from the sophomore, Kaylin Smith, that allowed Knox Central to continue with those points. Kylie Smith, 11 rebounds in her own right. Wow. So those two players, again, combined 30 rebounds. They, as a team, out-rebounded Middlesboro 43-22. Big determining factor in this contest. Because, again, if you're not hitting, you got to get the rebounds.
When that happened multiple times, 3 or 4 looks at the basket.
And then for Middlesboro, you got to give a shout-out to Emily Lambert. Had that awesome third quarter. Ended up with 21 points a night. Actually, Middlesboro, 3 players in double figures, Ronnie. Millie Roberts with 15, Addison LaRue with 11 to keep Middlesboro in it. But they cut into that lead in the third, but Knox Central held them at bay and widened that lead in the fourth, and thus your final result, 63-51. And as Ronnie said, Knox Central going to Friday. Await the winner of this contest that we're getting ready to have here with South Laurel in Clay County.
Let's take a look at our awards for the game. First, the defensive player of the game, Simbri Crisologo. She has a company called Daisy's Dream Destinations, and she is sponsoring the defensive player of the game, and that's going to go to somebody that you mentioned. She had some great stats there.
Not a stranger to defense, and so a lot of that sometimes doesn't get into the stat sheet, but again, coaches know, right? And that's Mackenzie Hensley. And so she can come up big at times. And even with the foul trouble that she had, her aggressiveness did not change. And so we'll give her the defensive player of the game.
That's brought to you by Daisy's Dream Destination. Make sure you support them. They're fine sponsors here of the 13th Region Media Network. The offensive player of the game, not necessarily for points tonight.
Not for points. And so who did we get for that again? I don't want to misquote.
19 rebounds.
19 rebounds. Let me think. Kaylin Smith. And so, again, even though it's not for points, and Kaylin just had 7 points, but when you have 11 offensive rebounds, you turn those into a lot of points, and they did tonight. So we'll give her the nod as offensive player of the game.
That is brought to you by the fine folks at Serve Pro. Serve Pro, the local one that serves Pulaski and Laurel counties. So the defensive player of the game, brought to you by Daisy's Dream Destinations, and the offensive player of the game, brought to you by Serve Pro.
And I think we could decide, I think we're going to go a triple threat there for Knox Central, right?
Yep. The MVP brought to you by the good folks at VFW Post 3302. We appreciate the VFW in London for supporting the MVP of the game. And what we saw from the sideline, who'd you have tonight, Steve?
22 points total, 4 assists. So add a few more points to that. So Shelby Mills for Knox Central, even though did not have a good shooting night, did put in the points and it was needed. She was from a three-point land. Let me see. It doesn't really tell me. So we'll kind of go on from there. But, again, 22 points, 4 assists. That's at least 8 more points. So we'll give her credit for 30. How's that? In a game in which she almost had half or was involved in half of Knox Central's points. Shelby Mills, your offensive or your MVP.
She's the most valuable player. She made the difference on the court tonight. Congratulations. That's brought to you again by the good folks at VFW Post 3302. We'll post that online a little bit later. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, Coach Warren will come out. We'll get to interview some of the players here. Martin's Peterbilt presents the. No doubt in the world we live in today, security is our number one priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton have over 60 years experience in the industry and protect over 12 states. Make sure you check out their new location at 116 Shiloh Drive in London, Kentucky. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for your sponsorship of the 13th Region Media Network.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations.
Hey basketball fans, this is Coach T, Walter T. Hewlett, candidate for Laurel County Judge Executive. With 43 years in education and coaching, I know how to build a championship team, and I'm ready to work for you. I'm bringing community leaders, business owners, and government together to build a stronger Laurel County and a stronger Southern Kentucky. This isn't my campaign, it's our campaign. On Election Day, vote Coach T, number 1 on the ballot for Laurel County Judge Executive. It's tea time.
Paid for by Walter T. Hewlett for Laurel County Judge Executive. Whether you are buying or selling, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty would love to help you get your property sold or help you find your next dream home, farm, or investment property, no matter how big or small. Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty will help make the process smooth and enjoyable for you. Feel free to contact Jesse Sizemore anytime at 606-309-9898. Jesse Sizemore, Century 21 Advantage Realty.
Hello, my name is Chance McPeak, and I'm running for Magistrate of District Number 5. I've spent more than 20 years serving our community as a proven volunteer, problem solver, and hands-on leader. I believe leadership means being proactive, seeing issues before they become problems, and planning for the future with a clear vision and common sense mentality. I'm open-minded, reliable, and committed to making decisions that put our families, our safety, and our growth first. This is my home where I raised my 3 children with my wife, Katie, and we are ready to work every day to move District 5 forward together. Please consider voting McPeak for Magistrate in May of 2026. Thank you. This has been paid for by Chance McPeak.
Let me introduce you to London City Council candidate Chase Carson. He was born and raised in Laurel County, graduated from South Laurel, and went on to Eastern Kentucky University, where he earned his bachelor's and his master's degree. And then he came home to give back to the community in which he loves. He's a community leader who's focused on respect and transparent local government. He believes the residents deserve accountability and professionalism from its elected officials. Would you please consider voting for Chase Carson for your next London City Council member?
Back with you here on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network, joined by my good friend Steve Warren. Congratulations, Coach Warren. That was a hard-fought first-round victory.
That was a hard-fought first round. Hats off to Middlesboro. Shot the ball really well. They didn't go away. You know, I think we're up 8 or 9 at the half, and they came back to knot us up, I think, 41-all right there. And then, you know, we made a few shots and then pulled away. Our defense really stepped up. And, you know, looking at these numbers here, you know, we've 43 rebounds. You know, that was huge for us tonight. Without those, it may be a little different story here.
You almost doubled them, 43 to 22 on the rebounds and 19 rebounds from Miss Smith. And the great thing is what I love about your team, looking at them preseason, everybody talking, everybody doing the ranks, all that. Coach Warren, he might need another year to get these young girls going. Coach, your 24th win of the season with one of the youngest teams in the region. And I tell you, I love watching. You were dug in tonight. You never let up coaching. You're still coaching because some of these kids are young.
They are. We coach them hard, maybe too hard sometimes. Like you say, we lost 5 seniors. We lost Maggie earlier in the year. She was our center right there, and we lost her about a game and a half in. So, for these girls, we talked about it before the game. Nobody really expected us to be here, in the preseason and off season. But we've had young girls step up. These older girls have really, upped their role, I guess you would say. And we really play hard. We're short in numbers, but these girls really, they give us all they got.
Well, I think it was kind of good, too. You mentioned there in the third quarter, they actually outscored you 20-12 in the third quarter. Emily Lambert got hot for them. So you kind of got punched in the face. It was great to see your girls respond.
It was, 41-41. We were kind of dead down here on offense. The ball got stale. She made some shots down here, and we kind of got lost on defense. Wasn't talking as well as we usually do, but to see them come back from that down here in this atmosphere, we've got a couple of these girls that really never played any meaningful minutes down here on this floor and in this atmosphere. To come back and do that was big for us.
Well, another thing that I always notice, they always try to shoot from that NBA three-point line. You just can't break them. I know you guys talked to them about that, but so they're barely hitting the front of the rim at the beginning of the game. Every team struggles with that.
We were playing out at these logos out here, they were extending that 2-3 way out. And instead of us, getting down there, and we talked about spacing when we were up here Saturday. But when these lights, click on right here, everything becomes a blur. But we were shooting them way deep, and I think they were early too. But I think everybody kind of got adjusted there.
They sure did. But congratulations, Coach. We're going to talk to some of your girls. I love you, buddy.
Okay,
proud of
love
you.
you, Ronnie.
Live to fight another day, man.
Thank you, man.
Coach Steve Warren, class act, and just did a wonderful job. So we're going to get some of the little Lady Panthers to come over and talk to us one at a time. And give them a chance to talk a little bit about tonight. Of course, Miss Shelby Mills. I always love talking to Miss Shelby. She's always got something to say. Congratulations, Shelby. Big win for your girls tonight. One thing I'll say about the game, you expected to win.
Yes.
I would think that you were probably 15-point favorites if there was a spread, which they don't have that in high school. But the third quarter, They had a big third quarter, and they kind of punched y'all.
They did.
And you guys responded.
Yeah, we did.
What did you guys say in the huddles to get your girls ready for that?
When we got punched, like at the start of the game, the nerves of the younger girls and having to pull them up because we graduated 5 seniors. So when we pulled them girls up, they were all really nervous. And the first half, we played sloppy. We wasn't prepared. We wasn't ready. And in the third quarter, we got punched. And when we got punched, he took a timeout. And he said, if y'all don't pick it up, we're going to lose. And that put a fire under us because we want to win. And when we come in with fire. We wanted to come in with better defense, and we started making a little bit of our shots. Most of our shots were not falling tonight, but that just comes with it.
Yeah, it just kind of comes with the territory. But, yeah, it's the response. I think it's good to have that challenge early. Like you said, you've been around, it seems like forever, and you still have more to go even after this year.
Yeah.
This team, how's it different than last?
It's a lot different from last year because, we had Hallie Collins and we had Zoe Hamilton and Hannah Melton, which Hannah Melton was our ball movement and Hallie was our rebounding and Zoe was one of our 3-point shooters. And getting rid of them got rid of a lot of our scoring. And we had to figure out some people who could come in and pick up their scoring and their shots. And a lot of the younger girls have had to come up and they've had to grow up.
Yeah. Well, that's a way to grow up quick. And
yes.
So now moving ahead, I mean, nothing less, you're either going to play Clay County or South. It's going to be a tough game, but all games are going to be tough from here on out. You got to play the best of the best. So I appreciate you taking time being with us tonight. We're proud of you. You were the MVP of the game, 21 points. And we just wish you the best of luck for the rest of the tournament, and hopefully we'll be talking to you this weekend.
Okay, thank
All right,
you.
Thank you, Shelby. All right. Shelby Mills, MVP of the game, and she just did a great job. We want to talk to a couple more of the players here and just talk a little bit about the game and how everything went down. Miss Mackenzie Hensley is joining us tonight. Mackenzie, it's nice to meet you.
It's
Nice to talk to you. Congratulations on the big win.
Thank you.
You know, you set the tone early, like right off the bat. You got that rebound, went coast to coast, and was able to score. How did that feel, being able to get the game rolling the way you did?
It felt great. Felt great.
Yeah, I felt like it got a little physical at times, and when it's physical, you're always the ones that's around being physical. You're a physical player. Have you always been that way, even young, or is that just kind of a mindset you've fallen into?
Kind of a mindset.
Yeah, well, I mean, I love to watch it. I love to watch you just getting up and down the court. And I was talking to Shelby a little bit about that third quarter. You know, you had 11-point lead at halftime, and then all of a sudden it's tied.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind when those things started rolling?
I was like, we're just gonna have to lock down, play defense. You know, just get to the goal, which I didn't do that the best tonight. But Shelby, her shots were falling, and I just felt, yeah.
Well, and you know, we talk about your team being so young. There's so many young girls on this team. How proud are you for your teammates just kind of stepping up when they needed to, because they're going to need that experience come this weekend.
Oh, I'm super happy for them. I love when they get in, they get to play. I think it's great for them.
So what's it mean to you? It'd be my last question. I know you got things to go. I just appreciate you being with us. We had you as one of our offensive players of the game. It's brought by Serve Pro. And what does it mean to you to be a Lady Panther?
Oh, it's amazing. Good family, good place to be, good people to be around. I love it. Good girls to be around. It's great. It really is.
Well, we're proud of you. I love watching you play, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you more this weekend, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So that's Mackenzie Hensley. She had a big game. She was a Serve Pro the defensive player of the game. Mackenzie was the defensive player of the game, brought to you by Daisies. And now we're going to talk to young Miss Smith here. Absolutely a beast on the boards tonight. I had the stat sheet. Coach took it from me.
Yeah.
Looking at that.
He told me to take it home.
Yeah, you should. 19 rebounds. How was you just kind of you was like a magnet for the ball tonight. Kind of talk about how you felt in there banging around with our bigs.
Well, I love rebounding. I feel like rebounding is my thing, and I love it. I mean, if my shots aren't falling, that's just something else I can do, but I do it either way. I love rebounding.
Well, don't you think, too, I had the philosophy. I was a big, and my goal was always to try to score a double-double, try to get 10 points, 10 rebounds, because if you can get rebounds off everybody else's miss, you're going to pick up 6, 8, 10 points a game, right?
Yeah, well, I've been lacking on the rebounds. I ain't had that many last couple games, so if I wanted to keep my average of the double-double, I had to get a lot tonight.
Well, you sure did. You only need one next game to average a double in rebounds. So let's talk a little bit. I mentioned to the other girls about that third quarter. I mean, you know, up 11 at halftime, and then boom, they come out and they punch you in the face, and you find yourself a tie ball game at 41. What was your mindset coming out of that timeout, knowing you guys needed to kick it in gear?
Well, we needed stops, and I felt like on defense, you know, we did pretty good, but it's just like everything they threw up, it was going in, and we just need to adjust to that and be more up on the ball instead of playing back so much.
Yeah, well, you did a great job, and, you know, you guys have such a young team, and, you know, just thinking about what it means to you to be a Lady Panther. How do you feel about your team this year?
I love my team. I wouldn't trade it for nobody. I wouldn't. No, you couldn't pay me to go nowhere.
Well, 24 wins.
Yeah.
You know, nobody expected that this year.
Mm-mm.
I mean, they thought, well, next year, you know, give all the youngs a year. But you guys are playing in the Final Four. You'll either be playing Clay County or South Laurel. How does it feel to know that you're going to be one of only the 4 teams left in the region?
We're ready. We started before district. We said we got 5 wins, and now we got 3, and we got 2 more to go, and we're ready to go get those 2 wins.
Well, we made you the Serve Pro offensive player of the game because you had 11 offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
So, you know, everybody always gets offensive for all the scoring.
Yeah.
We gave it to you tonight because you were killing it inside with the rebounds. Congratulations on the big win, and we hope to get to talk to you this weekend, okay?
Thank you.
All right. She had an unbelievable game. That's Miss Kaylin Smith. 19 rebounds. She dominated down and low. Did a great job. And she was the offensive player of the game by Serve Pro. Our defensive player of the game is brought to you by Daisy's Dream Destinations. And that was Miss Mackenzie Hensley. And then the MVP of the game brought to you by the good folks at VFW Post 3302. That was Shelby Mills. And of Coach Warren, we appreciate all them being with us. Steve Black, your final comments about game one, and then we'll start talking about game two.
We were was talking with Shelby Mills and Mackenzie Hensley while you were interviewing Coach, and just the bouncy of the ball and the rim and things that we're talking about. We were talking about that tough shooting night. So they definitely well aware of that, and getting a game in here. First one in the tournament. Now they've got a little game action, some things they can take from that as they prepare. And stay around and watch this next game, because they're going to be in scouting mode, because it's the first time they've seen South as well, as we were talking. So, but again, when you're not shooting, Ronnie, you get people like Kaylin Smith and rebound that basketball. And so very key tonight. And they're going to need that rebounding prowess again on Friday, whomever they take on. So good win for the Panthers. And a great showing for Middlesboro as well. Did not roll over. And so some good things to be happening down there in Crater City, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So there you go.
Absolutely. Coach Adams is a class act. Emily Lambert played her heart out and her teammates, and they had a great night. Now let's move on. Talk a little bit about game two of the night. Probably one of the favorites. It's either North or South. It's going to be Laurel County as the favorites. Bell County, Knox Central right there as well. What can you tell us about game two tonight?
I'm going to be transparent with you, Ronnie Smith. I'm using a big word there.
That's a big word.
$10 word, transparent. This is my first time seeing South Laurel in person this year. Their reputation precedes them. They've had a really good year. If you look at the RPI-wise, right, number one in the region, they've split with North Laurel, who, again, is kind of the standard of the region. So, and just looking at them right now, there's some really tall players out there. So it's going to be interesting to see them. And, a couple players, again, come to mind, Macy Messer and Skeeter May, who, they've been with this program for several years. And so they're no stranger to this region stage. Now, for Clay County, Gemma Parks, I think that, again, I think we're going to say the same thing like in Middlesboro. The record is not impressive, again, 16-16, but they did what they needed to do. They defeated Jackson County to get to the district finals to get into this tournament. And you know what? You're playing in house money again. You play free. You never know what can happen. We saw what Middlesboro almost did. Why not Clay County, right? So it'll just see how things get going here at the beginning. But looking forward to it to see how they acclimate themselves again to the atmosphere of the arena, because again, no one is immune to this, the depth perception and things like that. So both of them maybe expect a slow start. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows?
Yeah, and I brought that up to Coach Warren about the three-point line. He said, Ronnie, we hammer about the NBA line spreading out and all those things. But excuse me, there's something about when those lights come on, it changes everything.
And another thing we did not mention, on the broadcast, you take someone like a Shelby Mills, and I've heard, our good friend John North on broadcast say this as well. Shooters shoot, right?
Yes.
She is a shooter, and she's going to shoot. Now, the statistics doesn't look good in regards to, her shooting percentage, but you're going to shoot, right? She was, again, 8 of 21 from the field. Now, three-pointers, she was 4 of 16. I mean, she throws them up, and they weren't exactly falling down tonight, but it was enough to garner top scorers in that contest, and you just keep going. And that's the thing. You had those opportunities to continue to do that, and eventually they're going to fall.
So let's take a timeout, one more timeout before we get ready. We're getting ready for game two of the night. The winner plays Knox Central in the semifinals. You're listening to Martin's Peterbilt presentation of the 13th Region Tournament here on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network.
No doubt in the world we live in today, security is our number one priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton have over 60 years experience in the industry and protect over 12 states. Make sure you check out their new location at 116 Shiloh Drive in London, Kentucky. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for your sponsorship of the 13th Region Media Network.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
All right, back here at the arena.
The Clay County Lady Tigers.
And so give me a second here. I'm trying to get some numbers here of some starters. But again, the second contest tonight, Clay County and South Laurel. So we're going to let the PA announcer make the introductions, and so I want to make sure I get those taken care of because I see a number discrepancy.
And Larry Dickerson, we're going to have to get him lined out over there.
No.
We'll give Steve Black an opportunity to get these numbers.
So starting for Clay County, junior number 1, Taylor Grubb.
A junior number 3.
Junior number 3, Madison Pidlin.
A
senior number 12, Lauren Sizemore.
A
junior number 20, Carly Foltz. And here's the last one.
And an 8th grader, number 23, Macy White.
Macy White.
She's a player.
Macy White.
Remember that name. She could be a key factor tonight. Macy is a 3-point bomber.
So I did not have her on my roster there, so she goes to the bottom of that. So for Clay County, Grubb, Pidlin, Sizemore, Foltz, and White, your starting 5. Now I should be more in tune to the South. Laurel starting lineup.
And now for the home team on the scoreboard.
South Laurel in the home whites, red trim. Clay County in the roads, black with yellow trim. You got the 50th district champion taking on the 49th district runner-ups. South's going to be the home team on the scoreboard. And Clay will be the visitors. Number 1 freshman, Riley Bretz. A junior number 4, Macy Messer. Senior number 11, Aubrey Bundy. A freshman number 15, Callie Jones. And a junior in her 22nd year with the program, number 54, Peyton Skeeter Mabe.
Skeeter.
I've seen Skeeter many times here on this court. And I know you can't see this, guys, unless you're actually here or you're watching on PRTC. But this starting lineup for South Laurel, there are some tall kids out there.
Yes, they are.
And looks like the shortest one there is number 11, Bundy, the senior. I bet she's the field general as well. So they get ready to tip things off. It'll be Macy Messer. And looks like Carly Foltz. And the tip will go to South Laurel. And we're going to get a traveling call. And that'll be traveling against South Laurel. So that means they did get the possession. And so it'll be Clay County's possession, even though they have the ball as well, because, again, the turnover for South. All right. Get things going here. And, again, thank you for tuning in. We've had a number tune in. And, Ronnie, you mentioned something during one of our breaks. I think we provide something that maybe only PRTC does in the sense of their duties, post-game interviews. And so we thank the players and the coach Steve Warren from Knox Central in the post-game. It was very fun having them here.
We'll have more after this game.
Turnaround jumper blocked by South. Here come the Cardinals in transition. Here comes Bundy. Pulls up the dribble. Mabe swings it over to Messer. 3 from the corner. No good. Rebound by Clay County. Pidlin. She'll bring it up. And we get a foul, and that'll be on the senior, Aubrey Bundy. Her first. So we played almost a minute. And, again, no score. Clay County with their second possession of the contest. We'll see what happens here. Grubb being guarded by Bundy. Goes to her left. They lose the handle. Here come the Cardinals. They got numbers. And coast to coast, that'll be Miss Jones, Callie. Her first two, and South on the scoreboard. Full court pressure from the Cardinals. Very aggressive. Clay's able to get it across. Up and in. Give it to Foltz. Great job, Ronnie, in breaking the press and getting the two for the tie.
Very aggressive.
Bundy up. Gets it over to Jones. Now top of the key to Mabe. Jones squares back over to Mabe at the elbow. A little bit too much. Cannot get it into Macy Messer. It'll go back to Clay County. Again, South RPI, Wise top team in the region. 24-6 overall, 12-1 in the region. That lone defeat to North Laurel. But they also have a victory over North Laurel to show for it.
Both games were excellent.
Yes. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Clay County. 6:02 to go here in the first. Decent crowd here tonight for opening night of the girls round. We'll continue tomorrow night with the second half of the bracket. First things first, South and Clay.
5 second.
Nice defense there from Bundy to get the 5-second call against Clay County. So I already got my eyes on someone for Defensive Player of the Game, Ronnie Smith.
Well, you saw it right there when you can get a 5 second this early with all that adrenaline. That's
Mabe
a big
drives
deal.
in, kicks it over to Messer, up and in. Nice 1-2 punch there, Mabe to Messer, and South on top. Again, full court pressure from the Cardinals, and we get a 5-second call on the inbound.
I've talked to Coach Wendland several times through the media this year. He don't care about offense. His hammer is defense, and that's what you're going to see tonight.
Wins championships, the old cliche. Bundy, Messer takes a three from the wing. No good. Rebound by Jones. She'll turn around jumper. In, out, and in. Callie Jones, 4 points on the night. 6-2 Cardinals.
All 10 players are from the three-point line in, which is crazy. There's a steal by Skeeter Mabe.
Oh, wow. And up with it was Messer. Gets knocked out of bounds. And, the Panther is getting a good look, a bird's eye view of what to expect if South wins this game, what to expect on Friday night. Pressure, pressure, pressure. And we get a foul. That'll be on Clay County.
That was on number 23, Macy White.
Macy White, her first personal, team first.
Just an 8th grader, but she can play. She can shoot. And Clay County's Clay County. Those girls can shoot threes.
Yes, Mabe circles the rim 20 times and goes in. I saw Clay County in Knox Central about a week and a half ago, and you're right, Ronnie. They love to shoot the three, and they will hit their fair share. Mabe's second shot. This one, no doubter. 8-2. Nice start from the Cardinals, and they keep the pressure on. That Johnny Gray pressure defense. I bet Coach Wendland probably talked to Johnny, too. What do you think? Right?
Probably needs him as a defensive coordinator.
Jump ball. It's going to stay with Clay County. Yeah, Johnny once told me he helped out back in the old one of the holiday tournaments there. I think it was over at Corbin. He talked to one of the coaches there and told him to do the pressure defense, and they won the game. So Johnny Gray needs a coaching job.
Johnny Gray played football before they wore helmets, so that explains itself.
Johnny doing a great job getting the players for the interviews as well. Long shot, no good from Clay County. Rebound by Foltz, and she'll go the line. But a special shout out to Mr. Panther, as they call him, Johnny Gray, doing the running here for 13th Region Media Network.
She is a handful inside here. She's tall, and they need her big time, does Clay County.
Brett's on the foul. First shot from Foltz, good. 8-3 your score. 14 ticks under 5 minutes here in the first quarter.
Macy Messer, one of the assistant coaches for South Laurel.
Oh.
On the sideline.
There you go. Second
Bell
shot.
County.
Shot up, no good. Battle for the rebound.
She sure could play back in the day.
Looks like that foul going to be on Fultz. Her first, team second. Riley Bretz to the line. The freshman. First shot short there on the front rim. Substitutions. We'll get those here in a moment. Number 5, that's Mackenzie Fannin, 8th grader for South. Second shot goes in for Bretz. See if I can locate Harper Rice, number 32, the other 8th grader with the same last name as Macy. Maybe they're sisters. Maybe they're twins. I don't know.
Could be.
But she's in the game for Clay County. 9-3 your score. Approaching 4 minutes and 20 seconds here. Nice
defense.
Yes, nice defense from Messer. Macy up, in, and the foul.
She's going to get an and one.
Yes.
Yeah, the frustration foul there on number 32 from Clay County where she lost the ball.
So Harper Rice with the foul. Macy Messer looking for the antique 3 as she's at the line. Good buddy Tanner Hesterberg, I think, uses that phrase. Used to do some work with YMT.
Tanner.
The antique 3. Let's see what happens. It's in.
South Laurel very disciplined.
Yes.
You can tell. They're getting after it. 84 feet here. Full court, man-to-man.
If you've got the conditioning and the players to do it, why not, right? You play to win the game. Fultz with the shot, no good. It'll stay with Clay County as it goes out of bounds, but that's going to wear a team down, Ronnie. You keep that up. And again, if you've got good conditioning, as South appears to have on defense, that's going to tax. That's going to tax you on offense there as Clay County. We'll see how long that continues.
You see the jitters from Clay County.
Shot up and in. Penland gets her first 2. 12-5 your score halfway through the first. And South Laurel is the home team on the scoreboard. Clay County is the guest. We thank you for tuning in. Turnaround jumper, no good. Offensive rebound shot up, no good. Still battling for the rebound, still battling. Gets it over to Bretz. Turnaround jumper, no good. Still loose ball. Right there is Fannin, and she puts it in.
Nice
Mackenzie
play.
Fannin.
Yeah, big play there.
5 different Cardinals in the scoring column for the 14 points. And the pressure continues. Clay gets it across the timeline. Almost a steal, and now a steal. Fannin gets it. Another player in the contest, but Fannin puts it in. 4 quick points. Shelby Smith, freshman, 52 in there. We get a timeout on the court, Ronnie Smith.
Yeah, Coach has to call a 30 here. 16-5, already a double-digit lead here. Less than 5 minutes in the game. South Laurel, smooth. South Laurel,
very smooth.
Disciplined, not rattled. They come here. They're on a mission in this first round. They're focused. And if Clay County, they're a little rattled, they're going to have to settle down, make good passes. They can't do these lob passes. Good, crisp passes or bounce passes. They're going to have to learn to adjust.
There is a reason why South Laurel ranked number 1 RPI-wise in the region, and they are proving that here at the moment as we're still in the timeout situation, 3:09 to go. So, Ronnie, you want to thank our sponsors that you've had here for tonight's game.
Yeah, we've got the VFW Post 3302. They're sponsoring who we choose to be the game MVP. We appreciate them. And then Daisy's Dream Destinations by Sembry. That's Sembry Crisologo, defensive player of the game, and Surf Pro out of Pulaski and Laurel County, the offensive player of the game.
All right, thanks to those great partners for their partnership. Clay County with the basketball. They get it across the timeline. Fultz shot no good. Battle for the rebound. It'll go out of bounds and back to South.
They can't have it.
And now we've got a media time, I believe, a media timeout. So 2:56 to go in the first, 16-5 your score.
Let me introduce you to London City Council candidate Chase Carson. He was born and raised in Laurel County, graduated from South Laurel, and went on to Eastern Kentucky University, where he earned his bachelor's and his master's degree. And then he came home to give back to the community in which he loves. He's a community leader who's focused on respect and transparent local government. He believes the residents deserve accountability and professionalism from its elected officials. Would you please consider voting for Chase Carson for your next London City Council member?
Hello, my name is Chance McPeak, and I'm running for Magistrate of District Number 5. I've spent more than 20 years serving our community as a proven volunteer, problem solver, and hands-on leader. I believe leadership means being proactive, seeing issues before they become problems, and planning for the future with a clear vision and common sense mentality. I'm open-minded, reliable, and committed to making decisions that put our families, our safety, and our growth first. This is my home where I raise my 3 children with my wife, Katie, and we are ready to work every day to move District 5 forward together. Please consider voting McPeak for Magistrate in May of 2026. Thank you. This has been paid for by Chance McPeak.
Back here at the Corbin Arena, Steve Black and Ronnie Smith with you. The L4 Security 13th Region Media Network's coverage, audio coverage of the 2026 13th Region Basketball Tournament. South Laurel on top 16-5. Shot no good from Bundy. Rebound by Clay County. Here comes Pendleton. She'll take it coast to coast. Shot no good. Blocked out of bounds by Mabe. And I believe it'll stay with Clay County.
It's one thing I can say about Skeeter and watching her play all these years. She continues to get better on defense. She is a force to be reckoned with.
Clay County with another opportunity here as we approach 2:20 of the first stanza. Jumper no good from Fultz. We do get a whistle, and that's going to be, I believe, on Fultz.
Just one of those that you see, Steve, is 84 feet away from the basket, committing the frustration foul because she missed the shot, and it was good defense again by Mabe.
2 quick fouls here in the first for Fultz. 14 fouls against Clay County. So next foul will put South on the line in the final 2 minutes. South commits an error, unforced error. And back into the contest, freshman Callie Jones replacing freshman Shelby Smith. Another Shelby Smith. We got 2 Shelby Smiths tonight. One for Knox Central, one for South. That'll be fun if South wins tonight. We'll have competing Shelby Smiths.
Wow. 1-2-2 full court press by South Laurel.
Oh, man. They are making Clay work. Pendleton with the basketball. Gets it over to Grubb. Skip pass. Over to Sizemore. Sizemore trying to find Fultz. Does. Turnaround jumper. It's short. Rebound by Messer. Here come the Cardinals. Brett's with it. Excuse me, that's Fannin. Down underneath Jones. Shot no good. Rebound by Grubb. So fast-paced action here in the last couple of minutes on both sides. Driving in is Rice. That's Harper. She'll pick up the dribble, finds Fultz. Back to Rice, long 3. Bing, 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 no good. And rebound by Fannin.
That thing hit the rim 4 times.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Nice shot there, layup by Bundy. Gets her first 2, 18-5. We got a minute to go here in the first.
Can you imagine if Shelby Mills was still at South Laurel?
Could you imagine? Only imagine, right?
Wow.
3, no good. Battle for the rebound, up and in. Harper Rice.
Now that's what they need. They've just been getting one shot, Steve, every time. They got a rebound then.
Fannin for a 3, no good. Rebound by Clay County. Final 35 seconds. Sizemore gets it across the timeline. Behind the back dribble. Still holds on to it. 28 seconds and counting. Clay may hold for the final attempt here in the quarter. Good defensive pressure there from Fannin. They get it to Fultz. Skip pass over to Rice, who drives in, up and in. Harper Rice, 2 buckets in a row, 18-9. Final 10 seconds. Mabe gets it across the timeline. Over to Jones. Drives into the paint. Jumper, short. Rebound by Grubb. And we played 1 quarter. 18-9 your score. South on top of Clay.
Whether you are buying or selling, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty would love to help you get your property sold or help you find your next dream home, farm, or investment property. No matter how big or small, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty will help make the process smooth and enjoyable for you. Feel free to contact Jesse Sizemore anytime at 606-309-9898. Jesse Sizemore, Century 21 Advantage Realty.
People want us to go live. We are live, Steve Black.
We are live.
They need to
and
understand
so
about the video.
here's the thing. We don't have to explain this the whole week. People should know about this already, Ronnie Smith.
Yes.
PRTC is the exclusive video provider of the 13th Region Basketball Tournament. There are other media outlets here, this one included. We can stream, but it's only audio. They paid the money. They have the right. So if you want to watch, you can turn it over there or just listen to us, right?
And the biggest difference is we're going to have players. We're going to have coaches after the game.
Yes.
We do a lot of interviews, and that's why our viewership is where it is. People appreciate the opportunity to see the kids because that's why we work here.
Exactly.
At the 13th Region Media Network, it's all about the kids.
So, again, a lot of good media people, student media too, Ronnie, and that's great to see. Getting experiences here tonight. For some of them, it's their first time broadcasting at a regional tournament. So that's really neat to see too. All right, South Laurel with the basketball and the lead to start the second quarter. Jones swings it over to Mabe. She's among the weeds, but she puts it in. And Skeeter, her first bucket here of the second quarter.
Nice move there by Skeeter.
20-9 your score. Clay gets it across, almost stolen by Bundy. Stops, layup is good. The senior, 4 points on the night. 4 quick points from South, 22-9, Ronnie.
Yeah, like you mentioned earlier, Clay County's having to work so hard to just get it across half court.
Piddling with the basketball, her shot no good. Rebound by Jones. Jones, pass over to Fanning. Stops, spins, gets blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cardinals. Nice defensive play there from Rice, Harper Rice. Substitution into the contest. Freshman Riley Bretz will come in and give Skeeter Mabe a little breather. So the production doesn't drop off, Ronnie, as Coach Windling goes to his bench. Capable players on this team. They go pretty deep. Bundy, long three, in and out. Battle for the rebound. That was Brett's. Shot no good, gets her own rebound, kicks it over to Jones. Now back to Fannin, to Jones, playing a little catch. Bundy to Fannin. Brett's finds Jones, 3 from the wing, good.
Nice ball movement there. Started with Brett's in the middle, getting it inside and kicking it out.
25-9. The pressure intensifies on defense. Clay having to work again. Nice defensive coverage there from Fanning. And almost gets the steal. Finally, Clay gets it across. And a violation there. Ball goes out on the line. So, again, you can almost, if you go defensive play, you may have to go defensive team because collectively South really stepping it up defensively.
Yeah,
you talk about unforced turnovers. That was a forced turnover.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Bundy kicks it over to Brett's, top of the key to Jones. A 3, short this time. Bundy with the rebound, up and in.
She was in the right place at the right time. Gets the offensive rebound on the left side, puts it up and in.
27-9 your score. Here comes Clay. Gets it across the timeline. Harper Rice back to Lauren Sizemore. Rice again. Picks up the dribble. Rice to Rice. Harper with the shot, and that's her 6 point.
That's the thing. You look at this score and you see South up 16. Clay County's a good basketball team.
They're playing good. It's just that the pressure gives you more opportunities offensively. That shot no good from Messer. And when you get more opportunities offensively, those percentages, you're going to get more points. If you're limiting Clay to maybe, one shot here and there, Those are add up. Those will add up. Harper Rice over to Grubb. Now Harper again picks up her dribble. Grubb fakes the three, takes the shot. No good. Rebound by South. Again, limiting them to one shot. Here comes Bundy. 27-11, your score. 4:42 to go here till halftime. And folks, this is just night one. We've got several nights to go. A total of 7 nights in both tournaments.
Of course, the winner of this game gets Knox Central, who won by 11, 63-52.
Nice pass into Shelby Smith. Shelby gets her first 2 of the night. Again, defense caused the offense there for the Cardinals. Grubb kicks it over to Rice. The scoop shot is good. Macy White.
The young 8th grader with the nice move there.
Shot up, no good. Bretz, she'll try it, and she'll get it.
Riley Bretz, he is tall. She's got taller since last year and was able to get the offensive rebound.
So Sizemore, there's going to be a foul. Now it's Bundy. That's her second. But I think it doesn't really matter right now. We get a timeout on the court, full timeout. 3:34 to go till halftime. What do you want to do, Mr. Ronnie?
Well, we could take one commercial.
Let's try. How's that?
You're listening to the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network. Thanks to Martin's Peterbilt.
No doubt in the world we live in today, security is our number one priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton have over 60 years experience in the industry and protect over 12 states. Make sure you check out their new location at 116 Shiloh Drive in London, Kentucky. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for your sponsorship of the 13th Region Media Network.
As you can see on your video screen, the home team on the scoreboard, South Laurel. Visiting team is Clay County. So 31-13, your score. 3.5 to go here till halftime. Here from the Corbin Arena. Again, if you're just joining us, Knox Central got the victory in the first game. That was a 63-51 win. So some discussion on the court right now. But again, Knox Central kind of setting here, getting a look at what they see here with South Laurel and Clay County. They're going to take on the winner of this one Friday night. That'll be at 6 p.m. We'll have it here for you on the 13th Region's Media Network from L4 Security. Ball into Rice. Skip over to Sizemore. Now Foltz. Back to Sizemore, guarded by Bundy. Sizemore from the right to the center. 32, Harper Rice with it. Kicks it back over to Grubb. Grubb guarded by Jones. Pass almost gets away. They'll keep it, though. Sizemore guarded by Mabe. 3 minutes and counting.
We've had this ball over 35 seconds, Steve. They just can't get a good shot off.
Nothing open.
They're not stalling.
Exactly.
They just can't get a shot. Good defense.
The half-court defense just as good as the full-court defense from South. They are playing them tight. Driving in Grubb. It gets knocked out by Mabe. It'll stay with Clay County. And then we get a substitution. Macy Messer back into the contest. And I guess we get another timeout. How's that? 30-second timeout. We'll just keep it here. So,
one thing, we could take a look at the brackets for tomorrow night, Steve. You've got North Laurel and Barberville in the 6 o'clock game. And then Bell County Whitley. That's probably going to be a heck of a game.
Yeah, I think you'll end the first round of the girls' side of the tournament with a nice evenly matched up contest. So that will be one to watch. First one, we'll see what Barberville can do to kind of put a dent into the juggernaut you call North Laurel.
Yeah.
And so
then we move on to the boys on Wednesday night. This tournament's going to kick off with Bell County and Clay County. What a classic game!
Bell and Clay, right?
Followed by Pineville, who had the big win of Knox Central and Whitley County on Thursday. And then on Wednesday. On Thursday is North Laurel boys and Harlan Independent, and then Corbin Knox Central.
Corbin Knox Central again, right?
Oh, man. Here we go.
Clay County with the basketball. Scoop shot from Harper Rice. No good. Foltz up and in.
Nice offensive rebound.
Yes. So paying off with a basket. 31-15 your score. And South right down. Fanning up. No good. Battle for the rebound. It'll stay with the Cardinals. Inbounding underneath their own basket. Freshman Callie Jones.
Only one foul. Oh, nice
pass to Mabe, up and in.
Oh, the inbounds play. Skeeter was wide open, but only one team foul in the entire second quarter so far. By either team. Mabe attempting to get the steal. It'll go out of bounds and stay with Clay County. And it's not like they're not playing hard.
They are playing hard
both
fouls. Sides.
Yeah.
Very disciplined, actually, to do that and not get bogged down with fouls. A testament to good coaching. Because you have to have the players too, right?
Absolutely.
It's a 50-50 thing. Penland loses the handle, though. Rice gets it over to Sizemore. Her three no good, and it's going to stay with Clay County. Clay County was going to grab it, I think, but they noticed that it went off a South Laurel player. So nice, smart move, and just let it go out of bounds. So Clay will get another chance. We're under 2 minutes here till halftime, 33-15. Foltz swings it over to Grubb, who finds Rice. Grubb to her left, kicks it over. And now Lauren Sizemore with it. Penland double teamed. She'll work her way to the top of the key. Swings it over to Harper Rice. The three, give it to her. Harper Rice. I got her unofficially with 9 points. We come back down a three from South, no good. The miss by Fannin. Here comes Clay County, 33-18.
One thing that impressed me was the ball movement, Steve. That last time down for Clay County, 7 passes to get the wide open three shot. And that's what it takes against this good defense.
You get good passes and you do it long enough, you will get an open opportunity. Textbook offense from Clay County. Pressure coming in as the bodies go to the ground. Clay retains possession. Sizemore finds Harper Rice. Trying to get it down into Foltz. We get a whistle, and I believe that'll be against the Cardinals.
Pivotal time for Clay County trying to get this lead down. It was, 18? And then got it here at 15.
Chipping
they need
away,
to score.
chipping away little by little. And so Riley Brett's with her second personal. And I believe she's going to get a little breather as Shelby Smith will come in, number 52. So, again, a chance for Clay to get some more points here. Turnaround jumper, and they do just indeed that. As once again, it's Harper Rice. Now, believe it or not, 13-point game, last seconds here of halftime.
Now, the discipline of South, they'll hold for one, I would say, don't you think?
Yes. And if you're Gemma Parks, coach for Clay County, you got to be encouraged here in the last couple of moments. You just got to keep that momentum rolling into the second half. Mabe, top of the key, goes to her right, pulls up, skip pass over to Jones. Jones in and out, no good. Rebound up and in. Give it to 52, Shelby Smith.
Nice offensive rebound. When she went back up with that on the left side, she went up with the left hand. It's very impressive.
You know, we talk about some of these schools and their feeder programs at the middle school level. South is very good at that as well. as Smith puts in the antique three, 36-20. And then we go to halftime. Ronnie Smith is South Laurel 36, Clay County 20. So what's your thoughts on this first half of play?
I think South Laurel's defense obviously is the difference in the game, but Clay County is tenacious. They've got some players. They may be young, but they've got some players that can play, and they're fighting tooth and nail against one of the best teams in the region.
All right, I think we'll take a break and a little respite and all that good stuff, and we'll get some stats here in a few minutes and talk about the first half of play. And you're watching the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network's audio coverage of the 2026 13th Region Basketball Tournament.
No doubt in the world we live in today, security is our number one priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton have over 60 years experience in the industry and protect over 12 states. Make sure you check out their new location at 116 Shiloh Drive in London, Kentucky. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for your sponsorship of the 13th Region Media Network.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see.
Hey basketball fans, this is Coach T, Walter T. Hewlett, candidate for Laurel County Judge Executive. With 43 years in education and coaching, I know how to build a championship team, and I'm ready to work for you. I'm bringing community leaders, business owners, and government together to build a stronger Laurel County and a stronger Southern Kentucky. This isn't my campaign, it's our campaign. On Election Day, vote Coach T, number 1 on the ballot for Laurel County Judge Executive. It's tea time.
Paid for by Walter T. Hewlett for Laurel County Judge Executive. Whether you are buying or selling, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty would love to help you get your property sold or help you find your next dream home, farm, or investment property. No matter how big or small, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty will help make the process smooth and enjoyable for you. Feel free to contact Jesse Sizemore anytime at 606-309-9898. Jesse Sizemore, Century 21 Advantage Realty.
Hello, my name is Chance McPeak, and I'm running for Magistrate of District Number 5. I've spent more than 20 years serving our community as a proven volunteer, problem solver, and hands-on leader. I believe leadership means being proactive, seeing issues before they become problems, and planning for the future with a clear vision and common sense mentality. I'm open-minded, reliable, and committed to making decisions that put our families, our safety, and our growth first. This is my home where I raised my 3 children with my wife, Katie, and we are ready to work every day to move District 5 forward together. Please consider voting McPeak for Magistrate in May of 2026. Thank you. This has been paid for by Chance McPeak.
Let me introduce you to London City Council candidate Chase Carson. He was born and raised in Laurel County, graduated from South Laurel, and went on to Eastern Kentucky University, where he earned his bachelor's and his master's degree. And then he came home to give back to the community in which he loves. He's a community leader who's focused on respect and transparent local government. He believes the residents deserve accountability and professionalism from its elected officials. Would you please consider voting for Chase Carson for your next London City Council member?
We're back here at halftime of game 2, 36-20. South Laurel leads Clay County. We want to thank the VFW, post 3302 from London, for sponsoring who Steve and I feel would be the MVP of the game. Thank you so much for providing sponsorship. Our defensive player of the game is brought to you by Sambry Casoligo, my good friend, her and John, great people. I've known them since before they were married. Their kids are all out of college now. Daisy's Dream Destinations. Let Sembry help you schedule all your vacations. And then our offensive player of the game, Steve Black, is brought to you by the good folks in charge of cleaning, restoration, and construction, the folks at Serve Pro of Pulaski and Laurel counties. Steve, your thoughts of the first half?
Well, you made sure to turn that thing to see me, right? I have a face for radio. How's that? So just taking a look at some of the first half stats, thanks to the people of Barberville and putting that together. They do a good job each year for us. So shooting-wise for Clay County, just 39% from the field, 20% from behind the arc, 50% from the free throw line. South Laurel, 43% from the field. Now, this is surprising. Just 11% from behind the three-point arc, but they 5 of 6 from the line, 83%. Looking at some other things that are kind of impressed me. South winning the rebounding in the rebounding department, 20-10. And if you're missing things, you're getting some rebounds, right? So of those 13 of those offensive rebounds. That's pretty impressive. So again, getting those, second, possibly third chance opportunities, if you're not shooting as well. Now in the turnover department, the defense, we've been talking about the defense for South. They forced 8 Clay County turnovers and 7 steals from South. So you got that combination right there. Again, it's giving you a lot of easy opportunities at baskets, more opportunities at the basket, and it's reflected in the score, 36-20. Leading scorer, actually, for both teams comes from Clay County. Harper Rice with 11, 5 of 7 shooting, 1 of 2 from behind the arc, and so impressive there for Harper Rice. Now, here's another thing that's impressive to me, Ronnie Smith. 7 different Cardinal players in the scoring column. Nobody more than 7 points. Callie Jones has 7 points, and she leads all of South scoring. But you've got Jones with 7, Bundy with 6, Mabe with 6, Smith with 5, Messer with 5, Bretz with 3. And so, again, 7 different players scoring. And that's what you like to see, I think, as a coach, because, again, the more people engage, right, there's more people engaged into the offense for South, and when you got more people engaged, you're going to get good results. They're engaging on defense, they're forcing things, but they also share the rock, right? So everybody's getting a taste of the scoring, and so and that only helps you because if you got somebody that's not shooting well, you know that you got others that you can rely on. So again, good, even, balanced scoring from the Cardinals.
Skeeter made 3 blocks.
3 blocks too. Okay,
they're playing some defense tonight. And then Aubrey is killing it there on defense as well. It's going to be hard to just pick one Daisy's Dream Destinations player of the game because they've got so many players that can play defense.
Half-court shot here at halftime doesn't go well. So we got a photo bomb. Les taking pictures of us. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't break his
Here we are, halftime. 36 for South Laurel, 20 for Clay County. And Clay County's a good team. Don't think for a minute that they're not. But it's definitely been a defensive show here, being able to hold them to 20 points. So we're going to take a timeout here and get some more sponsorship time. When we come back, it'll be time for second half action here at the arena. We appreciate Martin's Peterbilt for always taking care of us here on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network.
No doubt in the world we live in today, security is our number one priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton have over 60 years experience in the industry and protect over 12 states. Make sure you check out their new location at 116 Shiloh Drive in London, Kentucky. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for your sponsorship of the 13th Region Media Network.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations.
Hey basketball fans, this is Coach T, Walter T. Hewlett, candidate for Laurel County Judge Executive. With 43 years in education and coaching, I know how to build a championship team, and I'm ready to work for you. I'm bringing community leaders, business owners, and government together to build a stronger Laurel County and a stronger Southern Kentucky. This isn't my campaign, it's our campaign. On Election Day, vote Coach T, number 1 on the ballot for Laurel County Judge Executive. It's tea time.
Paid for by Walter T. Hewlett for Laurel County Judge Executive. Whether you are buying or selling, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty would love to help you get your property sold or help you find your next dream home, farm, or investment property, no matter how big or small. Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty will help make the process smooth and enjoyable for you. Feel free to contact Jesse Sizemore anytime at 606-309-9898. Jesse Sizemore, Century 21 Advantage.
Hello, my name is Chance McPeak, and I'm running for Magistrate of District Number 5. I've spent more than 20 years serving our community as a proven volunteer, problem solver, and hands-on leader. I believe leadership means being proactive, seeing issues before they become problems, and planning for the future with a clear vision and common sense mentality. I'm open-minded, reliable, and committed to making decisions that put our families, our safety, and our growth first. This is my home where I raised my 3 children with my wife, Katie, and we are ready to work every day to move District 5 forward together. Please consider voting McPeak for Magistrate in May of 2026. Thank you. This has been paid for by Chance McPeak.
All right, back here at Corbin, Kentucky, and the 13th Region tournament. Here from the Corbin Arena, Steve Black, Ronnie Smith. Ronnie's going to take a little break because he's been at it pretty hard here. And so you're going to have to stick and listen to me for the final couple of minutes as we get set for the third quarter. 36-20 your score. South Laurel.
Let me introduce you to London City Council candidate Chase Carson. He was born and raised in Laurel County, graduated from South Laurel, and went on to Eastern Kentucky University, where he earned his bachelor's and his master's degree. And then he came home to give back to the community in which he loves. He's a community leader who's focused on respect and transparent local government. He believes the residents deserve accountability and professionalism from its elected officials. Would you please consider voting for Chase Carson for your next London City Council member?
Back here as we had a impromptu commercial, Steve Black with you. Ronnie Smith taking a little break. Taking a look at the bracket, I'm just kind of looking at it from my vantage point here. Again, Knox Central with that victory tonight over Middlesboro. The winner of this contest will take on Central Friday night. That'll be 6 p.m. On the other side of the bracket tomorrow, night number 2 in our first contest, North Laurel Jaguars looking to defend their crown as 13th Region champions will take on the Tigers of Barberville. And in the second contest, maybe on paper, the most evenly matched teams possibly in this first round. Bell County will take on Whitley County. And so we'll be looking forward to that one. Ronnie Smith and myself will bring you the action tomorrow as well. And then on Wednesday, we'll begin the boys' side of things. And so let me get that adjusted here in a second, if it'll allow me to. There we go. So on Wednesday night, it'll be Bell County taking on Clay County. That followed by Pineville and Whitley County. That'll be on Wednesday. Thursday, North Laurel, the boys North Laurel, taking on Harlan Independent. And then Corbin and Knox Central will go at it the last game of the first round Thursday night. The winners of those contests will then come back here early Saturday afternoon, Super Saturday, here at the Corbin Arena for the semifinals. And then again, programming note for the rest of the week, those who are new to the regional tournament. Again, girls tonight, tomorrow night, boys Wednesday and Thursday. Friday will be the girls semifinal. Saturday afternoon, like around noon. Let's see if that is correct. First game will be 1 o'clock, and then the second game will follow. So 1 o'clock, Saturday afternoon, will be the boys semifinals. The girls championship will be Saturday night, and that'll be around 7 p.m. We'll take a break on Sunday, a day of rest, and then we'll come back on Monday and finish out the boys' side of the regional tournament. So by Saturday, we'll have our girls winner, and by Monday, we'll have our boys winner. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to start the second half action. Ronnie will be back here shortly. You're stuck with me. Clay County will get things started here in the third quarter. 36-20 your score. South on top. Lauren Sizemore with the basketball. Picks it up and gets it over to Penland. Penland works with her to her left. Tries to get it into Fultz. Loose ball. Fultz does get it. Back to Penland. They skip it over to Harper Rice. Harper leading all scorers in double digits. Fultz works to her left. Blocked from behind. Skeeter Mabe will get the loose ball. Here come the Cardinals. Mabe working left side. Now from left to top of the key. Gets to Messer. Messer back to Mabe. Mabe thought about the three. Will drive in. Skip pass. Over to Jones. Jones puts it in. Callie Jones. Her second three of the night. It's 39-20 your score. Here comes Clay County. Harper Rice with the basketball. Top of the key. He'll get it back over to Lauren Sizemore. Sizemore guarded by Callie Jones. Ball's knocked away. Bundy, there's a loose ball. It'll be a jump ball, and it will go to the Cardinals. Thanks to Ronnie Smith for getting me a Diet Mountain Dew. Johnny Gray came up earlier, said, is that what you want? I said, it doesn't have diet on it, so. Mabe gets it across the timeline. Thank you, Ronnie, for the drink.
Well, we had to walk a very long way to get something to
get
drink.
Your steps
so I
in,
thought,
right?
hey, let's go ahead and get you one.
All right, steal by Clay County. They have the basketball. Down by 19 early here in the third quarter. Penland drives in. Ball stolen by Messer. Here come the Cardinals. Messer looking to go coast to coast. She does up and in.
She made that look easy, didn't she?
She sure did. The junior gets her 7th point on the night, and it's a 21-point contest. Stolen by Bundy. Back to Messer. Does not go in. She gets her own rebound up and no good. Rebound by Penland. So opportunity there lost by the Cardinals. They had two chances at it. Came away empty-handed.
She double dribbled. I was going to say, I didn't think they were going to call it for a minute.
Substitution into the contest. Number 23, Macy White, will substitute for Clay County. Going to replace Madison Penland. Mabe with the basketball. Works her way to the left. Pulls up. Skip pass over to Bundy. Bundy kicks it into Messer. She puts it up. No good, but she'll go to the line as she's fouled.
You know what's going to be hard, Steve Black?
What's that?
Is only picking one defensive player of the
exactly.
game. And I'm not playing. These kids can play defense.
Fultz with her third personal. That will put Macy Messer to the line.
I just don't want you to look at this score, folks, and think that Clay County is just not a good team. This is a good team. They've got some good athletes. These girls play hard, but it's the smothering defense of South Laurel that has been the difference in the ballgame.
First shot from Messer is good. She'll get another opportunity.
We mentioned earlier, Macy Morris on the bench as the
Macy
assistant
Morris.
coach. What a run she had at Bell County, Miss Basketball, played at UK.
Named a court after her.
Yes.
On top of the mountain.
Yes. And for her to be there at South's a big deal. Man, look at Bundy.
Passes over to Bretz. She misses the bunny, if you will. Gets her ball. Rebound back. Kicks it over to Jones. Jones shot no good. Clay County. See what they can do. Sizemore Gets it across the timeline. Will back things up. She'll work her way into the paint. Tries to get it over to Fultz. She does, and good.
Took a head fake there to get it over Mabe because Mabe's such a good defensive player. Good play by Fultz.
43-22, back down. Messer with another bucket. She's got 6 here in the quarter. 45-22. So fast pace here in the third quarter, Ronnie Smith, just back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, they're playing hard. Here almost halfway through the quarter. The lead is now 23 for South Laurel.
Rice gets it over to White. Now Sizemore, guarded by Jones. In the corner, that is Grubb. Kicks it back over to White, into Rice. That was Fultz. Her shot no good. Loose ball, Bundy.
Bundy's everywhere out there.
Yes, she is.
Bundy is the Shelby Mills.
Yes.
For South
And
Laurel.
I'm assuming that could be a matchup if this score continues to stay the way it is for Friday night. Bundy, a long 3. We keep talking about her, right? Say her name, and she'll put in a 3.
Nice pass by Skeeter Mabe, though, that made it possible. She drew the double team, and Bundy was wide open.
Full court pressure again from South Laurel.
Skeeter's just a great team ball player. She's not going to be the high scorer on the team. She's going to get assists, rebounds, blocks, do a little bit of everything.
Sizemore, give it to her. Lauren Sizemore, a 3 of her own, and we get a timeout on the court.
We'll take one, too. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Let me introduce you to London City Council candidate Chase Carson. He was born and raised in Laurel County, graduated from South Laurel, and went on to Eastern Kentucky University, where he earned his bachelor's and his master's degree. And then he came home to give back to the community in which he loves. He's a community leader who's focused on respect and transparent local government. He believes the residents deserve accountability and professionalism from its elected officials. Would you please consider voting for Chase Carson for your next London City Council member?
Hello, my name is Chance McPeak, and I'm running for Magistrate of District Number 5. I've spent more than 20 years serving our community as a proven volunteer, problem solver, and hands-on leader. I believe leadership means being proactive, seeing issues before they become problems, and planning for the future with a clear vision and common sense mentality. I'm open-minded, reliable, and committed to making decisions that put our families, our safety, and our growth first. This is my home where I raised my 3 children with my wife, Katie, and we are ready to work every day to move District 5 forward together. Please consider voting McPeak for Magistrate in May of 2026. Thank you. This has been paid for by Chance McPeak.
Back at the Corbin Arena, Steve Black, Ronnie Smith with you. L4 Security 13th Region Media Network's audio coverage of the 2026 Regional Tournament. 3 from the corner. Give it to Mackenzie Fannin. Right out of the break.
You know what I loved about that transition there?
Transition.
The ball never touched the floor.
Passing.
3 passes,
Exactly.
boom, 3 in the corner.
You know, it's like, you know, you've got some players and teams that want to, you know, do this and do that in the sense of a style, but that's old school style right there. And it works, Ronnie. It works.
Well, Coach Winland told me even last year, he said, it took the girls a little while to buy into what I wanted to do here. Coming from out of state, being a coach, as the ball's knocked out of bounds, stays with Clay. But they have bought in. They have bought into what he's doing. And we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take one, too. 51-25, South up, 3:07 to play in the third.
Whether you are buying or selling, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty would love to help you get your property sold or help you find your next dream home, farm, or investment property. No matter how big or small, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty will help make the process smooth and enjoyable for you. Feel free to contact Jesse Sizemore anytime at 606-309-9898. Jesse Sizemore, Century 21 Advantage Realty.
Had you for like an interview or something.
Hey, basketball fans, this is Coach T, Walter T. Hewlett, candidate for Laurel County Judge Executive. With 43 years in education and coaching, I know how to build a championship team, and I'm ready to work for you. I'm bringing community leaders, business owners, and government together to build a stronger Laurel County and a stronger Southern Kentucky. This isn't my campaign, it's our campaign. On Election Day, vote Coach T, number 1 on the ballot for Laurel County Judge Executive. It's tea time.
Paid for by Walter T. Hewlett for Laurel County Judge Executive.
But I guess she is.
All right, 3:07 to go here in the third quarter. Quarter. Steve Black, Ronnie Smith. He's about to spit up his drink, folks. He's trying to get a spit take out of him. Nice defense there from South off the inbounds. Bundy up, no good. Rebound by Fannin. She'll take it up herself. Give it to her. Mackenzie Fannin, the 8th grader. 5 points here in the third. 53-25 your score.
Tenacious. There's a back tap out of bounds. Yeah.
Tenacious.
How can you describe it any other way?
We're seeing a clinic here tonight, folks. And I know you can't see it because you're listening to it. But imagine a clinic going on here at the Corbin Arena. Sizemore works to her right, tries to get in the folds. It's stolen away. Macy Messer. I bet she learned some from Macy Morris. Long three. Give it to her, Mackenzie Fannin.
Wow. We're 4 points away from a running clock here in the third quarter.
Oh, nice steal from Callie Jones. Up and in.
Make it 2.
And a quick timeout. Do you want to go to a commercial or keep it here? How's that?
Well, let's go.
No doubt in the world we live in today, security is our number 1 priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton have over 60 years experience in the industry and protect over 12 states. Make sure you check out their new location at 116 Shiloh Drive in London, Kentucky. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for your sponsorship of the 13th Region Media Network.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
2:33 to go here in the third quarter. And I said, are we going to stay here or take a break? Ronnie was already on the break.
I was ready.
He was ready. We're having a good time here at the Corbin Arena. 58-25 your score. South with the pressure again. You know, it's like, why are they pressuring already? Why are they always pressuring their way up? You know what? Beat the press, right? You got to beat it. It's your game. You play it. And South is doing that here tonight.
33-point lead in full court pressing. I mean, that's Coach Wendland. I mean, he's all defense.
We got a double dribble there from Harper Rice, another turnover. And ball back to South Laurel. 58-25 your score. Inbounding the basketball is Shelby Smith, freshman. Again, you know, there's a couple of seniors on this team. One in the starting lineup, but it's a young group too, Ronnie. A lot of young players in the region.
And there's your running clock.
3-point from the junior, Messer. Continuous clock situation now, final 2 minutes of the third quarter.
You are right. The 13th region's future is bright, very bright.
Yeah,
it's unreal.
The rosters I was seeing tonight as we were getting prepared, I was like, man, there's a lot of young kids that are starting. Another turnover by the defense. Can you just give the defensive player a game to the defense? I don't know if he can pick one.
You're right.
I mean,
might have to do that, but 25-5 in the third quarter.
That's crazy.
20-point advantage for South Laurel.
Maybe just you pick a person that represents the team and then let them talk about it. We could maybe flip a coin or something.
We could just go ahead and give it to Johnny Gray.
Johnny Gray, pressure defense. Johnny Gray, your defensive player of the game.
Wow.
61-25. Now, speaking of, we get a timeout on the court, but hey, give Clay County credit. They were still aggressive, engaged.
Oh, yeah. They're
down
trying.
in a continuous clock situation. They are still staying in it, and that's a credit to the coaching staff there, Gemma Parks and her group. Now, with the continuous clock situation, just for those that are not familiar with it, in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, when you hit 35 points in the sense of the margin in the second half, it will be a continuous clock or running clock, as people will call it. The clock will remain running with the exception of a couple of things. When you go to the free throw line, once you receive the basketball at the line, the clock should stop. Timeouts, which we are doing right now in a timeout, or if you're like in an injury type situation, and of course we don't want that on anyone, but that would be like a stoppage. For everything else, the clock will continuously run. And that's just the way it is. Now, and it would continuously be that way until the other team came back. And if they did, then that would be a story right there, right, in most cases.
Right.
But, you know, it is what it is here in the Commonwealth.
Same in football.
Exactly. They do it in other sports as well. Softball, baseball, they do it too. So nothing different here. 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound by Messer. South with the basketball. You can see the time. You can see the score on our video screen. Fannin over to Bretts. 3 from Smith. It's no good. Rebound by Messer. We do get a whistle, though. It'll be I think they're going to call that against Messer. Let's see. Yep, they're going to give that against Messer on the floor. So loose ball foul, if you will. Clay County will have the basketball.
Mabe and Bundy on the bench here to finish out the quarter. Will we see them in the fourth quarter or not?
I would say not. This is a good opportunity here to get some other players involved here at the regional stage. Sizemore picks up her dribble over to Foltz. Foltz looking for Rice. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Clay. Clock continues to run, 30 seconds and counting. And we'll talk more about this as we start the fourth quarter, Ronnie. In this type of situations, there's opportunity that each team can have in that regard. Clay County gets it in. Ball stolen, though. And we got a new player in, 00. And that is Chloe Osborne, another freshman. Final shot, Fannin, no good. And we go to the fourth quarter. Your score 61-25. We'll take a commercial break. We'll come back for the final stanza here from the Corbin Arena. You're listening to the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network's audio coverage of the 2026 13th Region Basketball Tournament.
Let me introduce you to London City Council candidate Chase Carson. He was born and raised in Laurel County, graduated from South Laurel, and went on to Eastern Kentucky University, where he earned his bachelor's and his master's degree. And then he came home to give back to the community in which he loves. He's a community leader who's focused on respect and transparent local government. He believes the residents deserve accountability and professionalism from its elected officials. Would you please consider voting for Chase Carson for your next London City Council member?
Hey basketball fans, this is Coach T, Walter T. Hewlett, candidate for Laurel County Judge Executive. With 43 years in education and coaching, I know how to build a championship team, and I'm ready to work for you. I'm bringing community leaders, business owners, and government together to build a stronger Laurel County and a stronger Southern Kentucky. This isn't my campaign, it's our campaign. On Election Day, vote Coach T, #1 on the ballot for Laurel County Judge Executive. It's tea time.
Paid for by Walter T. Hewlett for Laurel County Judge Executive.
Back here, final stanza. Steve Black, Ronnie Smith bringing in action here. Audio coverage of the 13th Region Basketball Tournament. Clay County with the basketball. Again, continuous clock situation. Now, Ronnie, in talking about this is an opportunity. You know, again, for Clay County, they're basically 7.5 minutes as Harper Rice puts in the 2. They're 7.5 minutes from their season being done. Now, for South, this is an opportunity to get some players in some game time here at the region level as they prepare for Knox Central on Friday. Long three from Osborne, no good. Rebound up from Osborne, and I tell you, she's going to take advantage of her opportunity, Chloe Osborne, as she got that offensive rebound, and her reward will be 2 free throws.
Coach Windland has came in here, like we said, second year. Didn't know about the North and South rivalry. Didn't know about the 13th region. And it came in from Indiana, and he has been a staple here these first 2 years and what he's been able to do with these girls.
And after tonight, 2 wins away possibly from a trip to Rupp Arena in only his second year in the Commonwealth.
I think I get just as good a chance as anybody else.
Yes, sir.
Eddie Mahan will have his team ready.
Oh, yes.
And Coach Teague is Coach Teague. He's been around a long time.
Yeah, good coaches here in the 13th. Osborne puts both in. You can see the score, 63-27.
And Steve Warren's team we just watched win earlier in game 1.
You know, it's the competitiveness of this region, and we were just talking about things, you know, earlier, our friends at PRTC, they talked to Les, they talked to myself. First of all, I was honored that they did that, but just talking about the competitiveness of this region in a lot of different ways. And we're seeing it or hearing it if you're listening to us here tonight. If you want to see it, tune in to PRTC. I mean, not that we want to take people away from us, but again, if you want to see it, buy a ticket or watch it, online. They're the video streamer. But we glad for those that are tuning in to us. Maybe you can listen to us and watch them, right? The OK Wood Lefford way.
Yeah, I used to do that back in the day. There's
Long
another three.
Give it to Mackenzie Fannin. You know what? I mean, I'll tell you right now, if you're looking for offensive player of the game, Fannin has had a really good second half offensively, Ronnie Smith. I wouldn't mind giving it to her, the 8th grader.
15 points.
Yes.
Did she start?
She did not. She came off the bench. So I think maybe write that name down. What do you think?
Well,
I mean, things can happen here.
We want it to be a surprise.
There you go.
You guys will have to stay around and see.
I guess so. We just don't know. A thriller.
Don't let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, you just never know. Stick around for the official results.
Shot no good. South with the rebound. Quick shot. Good by Smith.
Very good. Smith with a bucket herself, 68-27. So Taylor Grubb bringing things up for Clay County. Again, Clay County not folding. They're playing the game, and that's, again, a tribute to Coach Parks and her staff. They will live to play another day as we get a jump ball. And, we talk about this. There's, again, young players. There's a lot coming back. Now, Lauren Sizemore, this is her senior year, so she's playing her last game. But most of the people I see on this roster, you will see them back next year better than ever. And so 49th District, watch out. Because, again, you're going to have a competitive team here. Some others into the game for South. Number 22, Lexi Messer. I'm going to take a stab, and maybe there's a relation to Macy. I'm just saying. Might be wrong. Also in number 23, Andres McKenna. And I hope I got that right. It could be turned around, too. Who knows? It could be McKenna as the first name.
I would probably lean that way.
Shot good by Penland and the foul. But, again, I'm just taking that off the rosters on Kentucky High School Athletic Association.
You never know.
Well, hey, I'm going to rely on those who enter it in, data entry, from the schools.
Look at Reed Shepard.
Exactly.
That was Stacy's name. Stacy Reed, his mother. His first name is his mother's last name.
There you go. So, shot by Penland, no good on the free throw. We played halfway through.
You'll notice the clock runs even when you hear the whistle, folks. It's because the lead is more than 35. But don't go anywhere. We have our offensive player of the game, defensive player of the game, and the MVP of the game. We'll interview some players and the coach after the game.
Emma Adams, number 3, also in the game for South Laurel. Give her some love as well as she wraps up a few minutes here before the end of this contest. So, again, the starters, they're done for the night for South Laurel. Shot no good. Battle for the rebound. Out of bounds. And they're just going to keep it rolling. Oh, they're going to say timeout. Got to get that media timeout, right?
Yeah, that's it.
3.5 minutes to go here in this contest. 60. I'm back in a moment.
Whether you are buying or selling, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty would love to help you get your property sold or help you find your next dream home, farm, or investment property. No matter how big or small, Jesse Sizemore with Century 21 Advantage Realty will help make the process smooth and enjoyable for you. Feel free to contact Jesse Sizemore anytime at 606-309-9898. Jesse Sizemore, Century 21 Advantage Realty.
Hello, my name is Chance McPeak, and I'm running for Magistrate of District Number 5. I've spent more than 20 years serving our community as a proven volunteer, problem solver, and hands-on leader. I believe leadership means being proactive, seeing issues before they become problems, and planning for the future with a clear vision and common sense mentality. I'm open-minded, reliable, and committed to making decisions that put our families, our safety, and our growth first. This is my home where I raised my 3 children with my wife, Katie, and we are ready to work every day to move District 5 forward together. Please consider voting McPeak for Magistrate in May of 2026. Thank you. This has been paid for by Chance McPeak.
All right, back to action here. 3:24 and counting. 68-29 your score. South well in control of this one. And we get a whistle. That's going to be on, say, number 12. Number 12. Haliana. I hope that pronounced that correct. That's her first name, Haliana Massey, getting some playing time here this evening for South. Rice with the basketball for Clay. She goes to her left. Scoop shot, no good. Rebound by McKenna.
Knox Central plays the winner of this game, which is going to be South with 2:45 to go here in a 39-point lead.
Offensive rebound by Massey, no good, but she'll go to the line.
Man, that's going to be a matchup. Can you imagine that game? Knox Central and South Laurel Friday night. That's going to be a game.
Well, and Coach Warren has gotten his scouting in, if you will, and he's going to have a tall task because he's going to have a chance to game plan. Here's the thing about it, Ronnie, when you're the opening night on the girls' side, you've got more time to prepare because you're Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off to get ready for that Friday contest. Both of these teams will have a chance to prepare for each other. So it will be interesting in the sense of the, strategies and things that come about Friday night. So tune in. If you can't get here, in person, hopefully you will. We encourage you to do so. I'm not speaking out of turn. If you ought to come and watch it, good stuff. Or check it out online video-wise with PRTC, or just listen to us still. Listen to us while you're here, right? Yeah. You can do that too, and a lot of people do that.
They do. I actually, when I went to get us something to drink, there was a fella sitting not too far behind us that was had his phone up to his ear, was listening to it.
See, there you go. So just call us Kaywood Leffridge, right? Because people would do that for UK, right? They would watch the game, turn down the volume, and listen to Kaywood.
Yeah.
Do the same for us. How's that?
Hey, we appreciate it. We appreciate all our sponsors that made it happen here on the L4 Security 13th Region Network.
Penland with the basketball over to Rice. She drives in, scoop up, no good. Rebound by McKenna. McKenna going full court, tries to get it over to Massey, knocks out of bounds. 1:28 and counting. And it looks like we're going to get a substitution. So a chance to get a player here. And let's see who we have here. It could be number 14, Emma Jones. It sure is. And so I'm glad that they're doing that. Emma Jones for Clay County. She's a senior. So she's getting her last minutes here out on the court here at the region level. So good for her to finish things up as we look like we get a jump ball, and we do, and it's going to stay with Clay County. So right now I'm going to be a big Emma Jones fan. I want her to score here in the last moments.
Check something here. Fannin is the young 8th grader from South.
Fannin is the 8th grader from South, number 5.
Big night.
Yes.
Big night for her.
So shot from the corner, Messer, no good. South continues to get the rebound, trying to get the steal is Clay. Shot no good from Adams. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with South Laurel. Let's see if Clay can get that ball back and maybe get that ball to Emma Jones. But again, congratulations to Emma Jones and finishing up her career. Lauren Sizemore finishing up her career for Clay County. Final 12 seconds, as you can see on the clock. Shot no good. Clay County with the basketball. Hey, give Emma Jones a rebound. I'll give it to her in her final contest. Shot from the corner, no good. Your final score from the arena here in Corbin. 69-29. South takes the victory. Ronnie's going to corral some players for players of the game. Get a chance to talk to Coach Windland as well. So we'll keep it right here for a moment. We thank you for tuning in. And again, stick with us as we'll have our post-game interviews. So Ronnie getting that right now. Our man Johnny Gray went home for the night. We have to talk to him. They had to dock his pay on that. But they're going to have accolades here at Center Court for different outlets. Even 13th Region Media Network has a plaque that they give. Here, and I'll let Ronnie explain more when he gets the headset back on. Here's the mouse, my friend, and I'll give you a headset back on. But he's going to explain here, again, that we're giving awards out on the court, but you've got accolades here as well. So tell them again who is responsible for those accolades.
Yeah, we're going to talk about them, and then we'll announce them here shortly. First off, the MVP of the game, the most valuable player of the game, is going to be brought to you by the VFW Post 3302. And we'll have that player of the year that'll be with us. And we'll let you know who that is shortly.
Number 5, Mackenzie Fannin.
Then the Daisy's Dream Destination by Sembry Casolago. That's going to be the defensive player of the game. And then the Serve Pro Cleaning, Restoration, and Construction from Pulaski and Laurel County, they'll give us the offensive player of the game. We'll have all that for you here momentarily. Coach Windland will come and hang out with us too, talk to him a little bit. We'll be back right after these messages here. The L4 Security 13th Region Media Network.
No doubt in the world we live in today, security is our number one priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton have over 60 years experience in the industry and protect over 12 states. Make sure you check out their new location at 116 Shiloh Drive in London, Kentucky. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for your sponsorship of the 13th Region Media Network.
Flip it over there. Hey, we are back here at the 13th Region Media Network. Great big win tonight by the South Laurel Lady Cardinals. They took care of business. Phenomenal defensive play tonight. And we want to recognize our defensive player of the game. She's absolutely a little spark plug. I just enjoy watching her play so much. It's brought to you by Daisy's Dream Destinations by Sembry, the defensive player of the game, no other than Miss Aubrey Bundy. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Congratulations on a big game.
Thank you.
Well, kind of from the beginning, just kind of looking at things, Clay County's got some pretty good size athletes, but your guys' full court press, you just kind of came in there and got a couple quick steals and took over the game.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you feel like this tournament kind of coming in, being an older player now? What's the difference between you last year and this year?
I think it's a confidence level. It's just like I know I can go out there and do my thing, and I don't have anyone I feel like I need to prove it to other than myself.
Oh, and that's great. And it's just that experience. You think about when you were a freshman and when you were younger, when you guys got here, then you have to get a new coach,
Mm-hmm.
Which is never easy. He comes in from out of state, doesn't know anybody. And I remember the first time I ever talked to him, we talked about defense. I believe this guy really believes that defense wins championships. So how do you feel about that?
I agree. I mean, I'm small, but it's my advantage. I can get in there and get steals. So.
And you do a heck of a job at it. Plus, you hit a big three over there in the corner the other night. How is it for you shooting wise at this court? Does it bother you like it does some people?
It doesn't usually bother me. I mean, I didn't shoot it great tonight, but I shot it pretty well last year.
Yeah, well, you did, and moving on to play in the Final Four. What does that mean to you, being in your last season, to be able to play at least one more game and hopefully get to that region championship?
It means a lot, but I mean, we knew from the beginning we had to get there anyway, so it's not a surprise.
Yeah, no, I mean, you guys have worked hard for it, and you're our defensive player of the game. We're very proud of you, and thank you for taking the time to join us tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that's Miss Aubrey Bundy, and we're going to get Miss Macy going to join us here. Just getting looking at our stats here for everything. 14 points for Miss Macy Messer that's joining us here tonight. She is our offensive player of the game, brought to you by the good folks at Serve Pro. We appreciate them sponsoring offensive player of the game. Macy, great game tonight. Tell us how you feel after getting this big victory.
I feel really good. It's Coach told us we've got 1 out of 3, and then we're at Rupp. So 1 down, 2 more to go, and we're pumped up.
Well, offense is offense. Obviously, it's fun scoring points, but it just seems like you like playing defense. What is it about you in defense out there?
Yeah, we just, Coach Swinland he's always from the get-go when he first got here just told us he pushes us the best we can be, and we just have to be out there, have toughness, have grit to us, and that's just what we do. And it's fun playing defense where it gets our energy up, and we just play it as a team.
Yeah, and that was really good. And what I love about you, too, you and Aubrey as well, is that you guys don't care to dive on the floor. You're banging on the ground, and you might be a little sore tomorrow, but you definitely lay it all out there on the floor. What does it mean to you to get back to this Final Four and try to make it to the region championship?
It means a lot. We've in my high school career, I've always came close several times, so I just really want to get to Rupp. I'm really eager, and I'm just gonna bring it everything I got and leave everything on the floor.
So one advantage of playing on the first night is you get a couple days off because you won't have to play again till Friday. So sometimes it's a little nerve-wracking playing that first game, but to have a little chance to get healed up and get a couple practices in, how important is that to rest your body?
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely gives us an advantage. We have, other than the teams playing tomorrow night, we have plus 1 more day. So we have 3 days of practice ahead, and we're just going to work at it and be ready for Friday.
Well, thank you so much. We're very proud of you, Macy. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
All right. She is our offensive player of the game, and she did a phenomenal job. And now we want to talk to you about our game MVP, brought to you by the folks at VFW. Post 332. They are the sponsors of our MVP, and this very, very talented young lady, Miss Mackenzie Fannin. You had 17 points tonight. Is that not crazy?
Yeah.
So shot the ball pretty well. So just tell us how it felt out there shooting tonight.
Well, it just felt good. I mean, I've really never played on like this court before, but I just got used to it when we practiced, and just shoot it how I always know how to. Yeah,
well, you sure did. I mean, you just went out there and boom, boom, bang, was able to get everything done. Let's you talk about being an 8th grader, being young, and doing all that. How much is it to have Aubrey and Macy and these older girls on the team? Kind of taught you about what to expect tonight. How was it for you?
I really look up to them. They help me. They cheer me up when I'm not doing so well, and they're just big supporters. And everybody just cheers each other on and gets each other lifted up when they're down. And I just really am glad to have them as my teammates.
Oh, that's wonderful. You just you're going to be such a special player, Mackenzie. And another thing I love about you too, watching you play some pretty good defense too. In there, snapping the ball and diving on the floor and all that. I know Coach really preaches defense to you guys.
Yeah, defense is what wins us most of our games. All of our defensive sets he's taught us, and how to just trap them and stuff. It really helps us in the long run.
Yeah, well, it's great, and your future is so bright, and just so proud of you being the game MVP. Did you ever dream this morning when you got up that you'd be the MVP of the game tonight?
No, not really.
So whatever you had for breakfast, I would have it every game time for breakfast, because you absolutely did a great job, Mackenzie. We just want you to know we're proud of you for being the MVP tonight.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for joining us, okay? That's Mackenzie Fannin, just an 8th grader. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. And she had a great night, 17 points, and she just did a really, really, really good job. great chance. Thanks, Coach. Great chance interviewing these girls tonight. Coach Steve Black.
Coach, wow.
You might as well be, right?
I thought I tried to coach one year when I was like a little kid in Oklahoma. That didn't work out. I played a year of basketball in 6th grade. I made a game-winning shot one night.
Did
that
you
was
really?
my claim to fame.
There you go.
The best night of my career. 5 seconds left. I inbounded to our other guard. He goes up for the shot, gets blocked right in my chest here.
Wow.
Just threw it up.
Winning.
Banked in.
Cha-ching.
Time ran out. That was one of 2 games we won that year. So.
Wow. I just got
I retired
one
after
of
that
2
season.
games.
Yeah, I retired after that season.
So got to talk to Aubrey.
Yes.
I got to talk to Macy.
Yeah.
And then Miss McKenzie.
Yeah.
These kids are locked in. These
Yes.
kids absolutely
You've got to be.
are locked in. They are all business. And
business trip.
they all
I love
talked
it.
about it. They want to go to Rep Arena.
Hey.
And I think they have just as good a chance as anybody.
Oh, most definitely. And again, my first time getting to see them, color me impressed. 3 players in double figures for South and leading the way. I think one of the people you talked to, Mackenzie Fannin, right?
Yeah.
So
she's the MVP.
Yep, 17 points, a 7 of 12, shooting 3 of 6 from behind the arc. But final game stats: 40% from the field for South. Didn't shoot it particularly well from behind the arc, but didn't really need it, as their defense caused a lot of turnovers and caused a lot of easy transition buckets. 83% from the line. For Clay, just 39% from the field, 28 from behind the arc. Not a particularly well. It's again a total of 3 shots from the line, 1 of 3. So again, couldn't get there because you couldn't get a shot off sometimes. But that was you attribute that to the smothering defense of the Cardinals, not only just full press, but also in half court as well. So, Coach Warren has got a chance to see this team, so he got a few days to try to see what he can do, because it'll be, I think, the first time they face each other this year. But he's going to have a tall task. I mean, it's going to be a good game, I think. I hope, just for competitive purposes. But, man, South looks really good.
I would pay to go to that game Friday night.
Yes.
Or Thursday. Yeah, Friday night.
Yeah.
Because I think it is going to be a ball game.
Phone the neighbors, wake up the kids, get here Friday.
So it'll be Knox. Yeah, we'll look at this real quick to kind of update everybody. Knox Central moves on. They will play South Laurel. That moves us on, Steve, while we're waiting on Coach to get here. Coach Wendland will be with us. He's talking to some other media outlets right now. Tomorrow night, the defending 13th region champion, Eddie Mahan's North Laurel Lady Jaguars, plays Barberville. But before we go there, hats off to Clay County. Clay County's got a good team.
Yes.
They did a great job, and very, very, very proud of them.
Yes, very much so. And so got a couple of programming notes. We can talk about tomorrow night real quick, but a couple programming notes for tomorrow night as well.
Sure.
Hopefully you guys will be interested in, because I've got us a couple of halftime interviews.
Awesome.
So what do we got tomorrow night, Ronnie? And then I'll talk about those interviews.
North Laurel and Barberville will be the first game of the night. That'll be at 6. Coach Wendland's going to have to go on. He's got people waiting on him. I see him walking on. We'll catch him Friday. He'll talk to us. He's real good about talking to us.
Yep.
And then Bell County and Whitley County in the night. That's going to be a game tomorrow night.
I think that will be very competitive in that regard. Now, we've talked about this in little bits here and had a chance to talk over with the PRTC, just in the sense of, just 13th region and being here and doing these things over the years. And just, again, a media reunion with a lot of the people. Some of the things that we're seeing now, Ronnie, that's going to happen, it's going to continue to happen. Student groups going to be here streaming one way, shape, or another. We had Knox Central here tonight. We had Pineville here tonight. We'll have Bell County here tomorrow. And again, of high school students that are calling, broadcasting games here in the region tournament. So tomorrow's games at halftime, you got some interviews. I guess maybe I'm jealous now and I want to do some interviews myself. But I was actually able to reach out to a couple of the students. And so at halftime of the first game, the North Laurel and Barberville game, we will have I guess we will say the lead play-by-play, but we'll say the most experienced play-by-play over at Knox Central's group, Harrison Trosper, in his 3rd year doing broadcasting with the Blue and Gold Network.
Great.
And so they're not just a sports network, Ronnie. They do a lot of other stuff within the school, a lot of programming within the school. Harrison has been basically in that on the ground floor. This is the third year that they've had that program at Knox Central, and this is his third year in that program. So we'll talk to Harrison, and I've done some work with Harrison, so looking forward to that. I get to be on the other end with Harrison tomorrow and talking with him. And then halftime of our second game, the Bell County Whitley County game, Ciela Amaya, and I hope I pronounced that last name correctly. She is basically the lead broadcast over at Pineville, so the Mountain Lion Media Network. And so we'll have Ciela on halftime of our second contest. And I have not had the pleasure of working with Ciela, but we're looking forward to talking to her. And so I'm going to really try to do my homework on this and have some good stuff and good conversation with these two students who have that passion, right, for broadcasting. We're old guys, right? We're old war horses and things like that. So at some point, you got to have the future. And so these are going to be two of the future, hopefully within the 13th region, but if not, bigger and better things across, right, in their media. So I'm looking forward to that. And I think as the week goes on, we'll try to grab some other people as well from other groups and talk to them. How's that?
Good. Steve Black, it was a pleasure. Our first time. We've been together for years, but never together.
Time, right? So
to never working together, I really enjoyed it.
I've had to work with Les Dixon a couple of times, and I tell you, and it's a breath of fresh air to work for somebody else as Les is standing here in front of us. Right? Wink, wink. But no, it was a pleasure. I'm looking forward to it the rest of the week here as well. So I'll let you sign off. How's that?
We'll get everything done. I want to thank our sponsors again. VFW Post 3302. We appreciate them who got the MVPs of the game tonight. Appreciate our good friend Embry Crisologo, Daisy's Dream Destinations. She gave us the defensive players of the game, and then the offensive was the good folks at Serve Pro of Pulaski and Laurel County. They're your cleaning, restoration, and construction folks. They did a great job here on the Chase Carson post-game show. We appreciate Chase. He's running for the city council there in London, and he sponsored this post-game show. We appreciate Chase doing that for us here on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network. And we are going to do our best to bring you the rest of the tournament. We appreciate everyone that worked hard to make it happen tonight. There's a lot of things that go on. We'll be on the air for the pregame for the Chase Carson pregame show tomorrow night before the North Laurel game here on Martin's Peterbilt presentation on the 13th Region Media Network, brought to you by L4 Security. Till next time, Ronnie Smith, Steve Black, we're signing off. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless you and be safe.